Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Tenwin, Brown Bear, thank you. Sorry about the slight delay after the ad break at the beginning. I did something that caused like half the docs on my OBS to disappear, so I had to reset them all real fast. That put me behind just a little bit, but we should be good to go. Morning, Lord Brown Bear. Good to see you. Let's dive right in. Oh, no. You got a cold? Of course, the start of the year has to be fucked up. I've discovered that my eyelid is swelling, and that's been pissing me off for the better part of 2 days now. I have no idea what's even causing it. Where were we? Right, we had just cleared up the luminous Adra pillar. Headache, stuff note, coughs, and sneezes. Well, I hope you're getting some rest, getting plenty of fluids, and getting a chance to just relax, and hopefully... Well, I was gonna say hopefully you don't have to work too much, but you never know with some places. I've had to work with some pretty abysmal fucking conditions myself in the past. All right. Ah, okay, so that comes out there. Interesting. Yeah, pretty sure there's not. I am looking for work, so I'm fine. Also, Sweden is very generous with sick leave, especially after Corona. Fair enough, fair enough. Give me 1 second, I need to adjust. There we go. Now my chat's not looking like 2 or 3 words is enough to take up an entire line. There we go.
Of course.
Oh, and speed us up. There we go. Okay, so we finished off that. We've dealt with the Adra problem, which means the Deadfire Company's not going to be very happy with us because we did support the Valians and by a certain extent the Hawana in their efforts here. Kokokahara Ruins. There is nothing else. We did the thing with the shrine earlier, so we are good here. Let's head back to our boat. When you talk to the Deadfire guy again, you'll see an issue I had with this quest. Oh. Recommendation. Travel up and down along the east side of the map with a quick detour. Yeah, I was considering just doing some more exploration over here. We want to be careful down here because there's this asshole floating around as one of the Principi. Also, do I need to add? Yes, we have some additional tar loaf I can throw on there, some additional hardtack there, some additional fruit there, add some additional milk and wine, Swacco. I think that's about it. You could raise the Principi flag and it wouldn't bother. Yeah, but that would require me to raise somebody else's flag, Tenwin. We're not doing that. Being very careful, and we're also representing ourselves out here, not somebody else. Ooh. Okay, there's some islands over there. Let me just... I want to clear out this leading up towards here. Go ahead and clear out all of this fog. There we go. What are you? Oh, you guys said the Deck of Many Things was a merchant. Captain Thanic, that's his name. There we go. So we should be able to just... There we go. Oh, cool, we can use the spyglass. You just... when they come looking for trouble, let them know what they find. The vessel boasts sharp angles and a flat front of a junk, but does not fly the colors of Rautai or any other naval power. Its banner is identified as a merchant ship. The craft's hull appears heavily reinforced and its gun ports are bristling with cannons, but it cuts a non-hostile path across the sea. Oh, fuck. Getting some caffeine in my system, thank God.
Greetings, my fellow captain.
Hey, it's another godlike. Also, that is a big dude, holy shit. The moon godlike's short stature and sharp features mark him as being of elven blood, and his accent bears more than a trace of native Adiran. He bows slightly at the hip.
Captain Thanic at your service. Allow me to be the first to welcome you aboard my humble vessel, the Deck of Many Things.
Thank you.
Below you will find merchants from every corner of Aora, each vending an assortment of wares both rare and unusual.
He gestures towards the hatch to the inner hold. Grinning, he raises a single finger.
Lest you think us easy marks, know that we have bested pirates and monsters of every sea. Cross us, and we'll be adding your shiniest bits and pieces to our inventory, and your bodies to Andra. But let it not come to that. Please come below, my new friends, and explore what the deck offers.
Let's take a look around and see what we can find here. Maybe we'll find some interesting shit. Mercenary, mercenary, wolf companion, mercenary. Oh yeah, you got a lot of guns. More mercenary. Yep. Okay. So everybody on deck is just mercenaries. Captain is based on a dev, not sure. Okay. It's not unusual for games to do that. I mean, Obsidian came from some of the old Black Isle crew, and they did that quite a bit in Fallout. Zadako, Captain Thanik. Alright, are you guys gonna get pissed if I unlock shit without taking anything?
I know just the thing. It's done.
Okay, you don't care. Good. Ooh, exceptional robes. Sippy hat. Swordsman's bracers. Rollhide belt. Missile gloves. Oh, God, it's got a set number of charges. Oh, we got some experience out of that. Can we unlock... Oh, skill too low. Lock difficulty 24. Holy shit. Huh. So you pretty much need you need to have 2 party members with really high lockpicks so that you can have both high mechanics on one character and a high party assist. Oof. Okay. Even to try and get that open. Jesus. Alright.
Ado, and welcome, amico.
The plump dwarf bows low, hands outstretched to either side.
Might I interest you in a new cloak? Perhaps gloves of the finest cut. A belt interwoven with incantations.
You don't seem much of a sailor, my friend. How did you wind up here?
Oh, it shows then. I'm afraid I'm still rather new to this. The slightest squall leaves me green for days. My ancestors, they would laugh me out the door.
He rubs the back of his head.
Back in Velia, I apprenticed to the famed weaver, Selana Mezquinetra. She sent me to accompany a rather important shipment to the Republics. It was to be a grand adventure.
Oh yeah, that was the same lady that we helped. I remember that.
Instead, the ship foundered, and only the grace of Andra and the sudden appearance of the deck spared me a sodden grave. That was 2 years ago, I think.
You can solo it if you're max level with all in mechanics, plus the background with mechanics, plus the Thief's Putty. Well, I don't think I have the mechanics background, so that's going to make things difficult, so... We'll see. Obviously, it's something that we don't do until much later. Do you know anything else about the deck?
You mean like where it came from? Afraid not, friend. I rather suspect Andra herself of birthing it from the depths to fish out the few things she'd rather not see lost to the sea.
Let me see what you have.
I will fetch my chalk.
Ooh. Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Grants lockdown, once per rest, untargetable, and stunned for 15 seconds. Ooh. And gives a +3 to accuracy, which is eh. Deal 10% additional damage against enemies above 50% health. Enemies deal 10% damage against the wearer while above 50% health. Oh, okay. I could see that being useful for monks and barbarians, though. Cap of the Laughingstock, -1 to stealth, grants a village fool. Immune to resolve afflictions, -10 deflection. Ugh. Exceptional robe, boots of speed, rawhide belt, missile gloves, boots of evasion, boots of stealth, and some basic clothing. Okay. I don't suppose you also have things to sell,
Finding
Captain.
everything to your liking, Captain.
Yeah, stuff sold here are weird. Okay. So this isn't just high-end, super expensive gear. It's more stuff that has some really niche applications, but I'm sure people have found builds that utilize some of it. It's quite the unusual ship you have here, Captain Thanik. He pats the desk lovingly.
Isn't it, though? And older than any of us aboard to boot. So Tara keeps the old tub looking like new, more or less. You might have noticed the Engwithan imagery in the beams, or the copper wiring. I suspect the deck, the hull at least, dates back to that ancient fabled empire.
You'll forgive me, Captain, but as fanciful as such a story is, I do find that highly
Not
unlikely.
that I'd make any grand claims about its import. Probably just an old merchant craft lucky enough to survive whatever brought Engwith low.
How did you come to be captain of the deck?
Not just the decks, but the hull and the masts too. I came to Adir a century gone by now and boarded the deck as a wee lad. A stowaway even. Might have thrown me overboard, the old captain, were it not for the shine.
He taps the... sorry. Sorry. He taps the luminous horns projecting from his scalp. Copper wiring, is this thing a seaborne laboratory? Well, don't forget, copper is used by the Engwithans as a conduit for spiritual and soul energy. So it's also, if it is a ship that has survived since the days of Engwith, or from something of around that time, it might have once been powered by soul power. It is the stuff of the May, but didn't think would fit well as a reward for anything. Oh, that could make sense too.
Few sailors go seeking Androzaya. Was the first time my being godlike had caused me aught but suffering.
It's not easy being God's touched.
I don't doubt you've had your own share of troubles by them.
Do you have something to sell as well, Captain, or do you live off a cut of profits from the crew?
I sell the finest enchanted objects in the Deadfire. Will cost you a shilling or 60, but quality comes at a price.
Why don't you let me see what you have?
Nothing but the best aboard the deck.
Best not to think about where they got the effins given their track record. True. Knowing the Engwith, the Engwithans, they probably had a variety of slaves. Beloved Night Doll. Uses 5, summons a valiant Adiran Knight. The deck of endless possibilities. Oh dear. The true origin of... Okay, yeah. Do some of his essence into it, which accounts both for its chaotic nature and powerful effects. Yeah, I know better than to buy... Maybe we'll get that much later, but I know better than to try and buy anything like that right now. Grants the power of money. 3% of hits converted to crits, 6% of hits converted to crits, 9% of hit... Yeah, okay, so it scales all the way up to a 15% increase to your crit rate. Buying the deck of an Archmage, always a good idea. Yeah, increases hit to crit chance based on the party's current wealth. I do wish that I knew what the... I'd probably have to go look up what the cutoffs are, and it's probably ridiculously high knowing the game developers. Necklace of Unlocked Possibility. Transforms into a random magic weapon at the start of each combat. Interesting. I don't know why you'd want that, but okay. Enemies attacked by the wearer require 1 additional ally to flank. Okay. Shadow form. The wearer's killing blows causes them to become invisible for a short duration, granting them a means to escape or strike again. Okay. But it's only once per encounter, which is kind of eh. Cape of the Falling Star grants Lone Traveler +7 to all defenses. When not near ally, the wearer gains a bonus to all defenses. Okay, useful, but eh. Hostile only. Burn/crush AoE on unconscious. Cloak of Poverty. Increases your resolve when your party has less currency. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's... Oh, for a second, I thought that was a save. No, that is a straight up plus... You can get up to a +5 to a stat. Okay, that's actually surprisingly good if you can actually sell all your money. Apply Confuse to enemies that hit the wearer with an intellect affliction, plus 25% trap effectiveness, and -1 stealth, which is understandable. And the Ring of Reset. 3 charges. Grants Saving Fate. Immune to injury affliction. Revive with 9,999 health. I'm assuming that is vital for anyone who wants to do this game with a solo run. Because getting 3 chances, 3 essentially extra chances to keep yourself from getting slaughtered is probably a good idea. And 200,000 and above gets you the 15%. Okay, okay. And Barrett's Throwing Bones summons a shade. Very interesting. All right, let's see who else we've got in here. Those are just the regular mercenaries. Be weird if the ancient Engwithan ship just designed to have the same design as a modern junk. To some extent, although if the ship has survived that long, it's possible that the shell, shall we say, of the ship has slowly been modified over the years. Wow, we can't get that one open either. Damn.
I know just the thing. I've done it.
Thank you for the free experience points. Various exceptional equipment, various exceptional pieces of armor. Suatra. Oh. A broad-shouldered Amawa stands before crates and racks of armor and weapons. The cool tones of her skin and geometric patterns in her oil-stained smock mark her as a native of the Rautai. She smiles at your approach, displaying her sharp teeth. Huh. Well, then they used the wrong... Or no, Rautai, not Deadfire. I'm an idiot.
Greetings.
No, you.
I assume Thenic explained our little floating trading floor, so I'll cut through the fat. I'm Tara, purveyor of fine armors and weapons, whether for kith or ship. What are you in the market for?
This is a very unusual vessel.
He is, isn't he? Looks like a junk now, but that's mostly my doing. Underneath the decades of patches and filth, there's some truly strange shit. Copper, Audra, Adiran runes, Valian pipes.
Yeah, see, so the outer shell of the ship has been Ship of Theseus essentially over the centuries, but there are parts of it that date all the way back, basically. Yeah, I caught that too, Lord Brown Bear. In almost all cultures in our world, ships are referred to as a she, and I haven't heard anyone else refer to a ship as a he in this one either.
Best guess is that he came out of old Engwith, modified over the millennia by whoever crewed him. I wanted to rename him the Junky Junk of Junk, but Thenic wouldn't have it.
The ship's a him.
Trust me on that. I know him inside and out.
Okay, I'll take the word of the expert then. How'd you end up on the deck?
A question I ask myself often. The simple version is that the deck dropped anchor in Rawatai looking for a blacksmith. I was a blacksmith looking to get out of Rawatai. Didn't know a Bolin from a Baleen at the time, but you learn fast at sea or you sink.
What's the less simple version?
Considerably more complicated and entirely none of your business.
Fair enough. Let me see what you have.
Ruse at your pleasure.
Ooh. Belt of Magrants chosen. Small chance to summon a hostile fire blight on hit. Ooh. And plus 3% of damage dealt as burn with weapon, but it's an aura, so... Oh, okay, so yeah, if everyone in the party is in range of your aura, that's 15% increased damage. Not bad. Hylea's Talons. 25% chance on scoring a melee weapon hit to cause the enemy or wielder raw bleed damage over time. Nice. And plus 5% damage dealt as slash with melee weapons. Would be kind of hilarious to give that to Pallegina, not gonna lie. Immunity to all dexterity afflictions, but minus 10 to all defenses. Various exceptional brigandines and other such things. She's got some basic canning equipment. She's got some cotton weave sails, arcane lanterns, Ymiran steel helm. All right, some basic stuff. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. I'd love to know what's... I bet you if that's part of her inventory back here, that's probably the rest in there. Mercenary, mercenary, mercenary. Oh, a Lagufeth. A Lagufeth stands in the corner, its head turned to the side so it can track you with one bulbous eye. A large bucket of briny water rests tucked into the corner behind it, a sponge just breaking the dark surface. The wielder gestures at the nearby shelves in what may be an invitation to peruse the wares. Strange to see a Lagufeth here. The creature gurgles, head shifting slightly before sliding a webbed hand down the side of its head. Wouldn't you rather be in the sea than on it? The Lagufeth gurgles again. This is a very unusual ship. It gurgles. You don't say much, do you? Okay, everybody apparently liked that. Peruse the wares. Ooh, Vial of Starlight. Potion, combat only, +5 to +5 to everything. +5 to everything, literally. Unfortunately, it tastes of brined hagfish. Potion of the Fearsome Brute, transformed for 31 seconds. Interesting. Guess this one isn't even going to try and speak. Hey, if he just wants to sell shit, that's his prerogative. Elemental Defense, Antidote, Fungal Bile, Ring of Mule's Wit. Wow, -8 to Intellect, but resistance to Perception, Intellect, and Resolve Afflictions. Not sure that's quite worth -8. Maybe only more advanced Lagufeth can talk? Well, then how did he become a merchant in the first place? Lord Brownbear. Ooh, the Collar of Aothis' Light. Grants Sun's Blessing, once per rest. Area of effect, call down intense sunlight, burning and blinding those caught in the area. Not much damage, but blinded is not bad, but it's only for 8 seconds. and grants Dawn's Reflection. 10% chance to reflect against spells. Nice. Pair that with a couple of other spell reflection items, and you probably do pretty good. Necklace of the Harvest Moon. Of course, it's for Gaunite. Minus 5% recovery time for 6 seconds on critical hit, and grants Midnight Wish. Once per rest, friendly AoE, 8.4 health restored, plus 10 to all defenses for 15 seconds per 3 seconds. So heals about 40 health over the course of 15 seconds and gives you plus 10 to defense. It's basically the, oh, what is it? There's that one druid spell. There's that one druid spell that's essentially this, basically. Okay, not bad. Minor deflection, minor protection, greater health, and necklace of fireballs. Okay, not too much interesting.
I'll have this open in barrier.
Go ahead and... Oh. Yeah, we got plenty of lockpicks. Open it up. Yep, that's where his inventory is. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Captain. Aye, aye. A light's foot and an heavy bullet, aye, Cap.
Nope,
Aye.
no word. Okay, so it's just those 3 as vendors, and that's it? Or 4, sorry. Sautra, the Logofeth, the captain. Okay. Interesting. Nothing that I want to grab right now, but maybe we'll come back at some point. Alright. There we go. Let's keep going. It's neat. As I said, I think there's ways you could use some of those items that I think would be kind of cool, but nothing that really stands out as something that I need to go grab. There's an island over here that we had seen. Ooh. Subterranean temple. The gauntlets and the belt was potentially useful? Yeah. What is this? Ooh. After traipsing through a barren desert for several hours, you come across an Engwithan ruin in the center of a clearing. As you near, you realize the door to the ruin's entrance is emblazoned with the broken crown of Wodoka. The door swings open at your approach, and you immediately feel an oppressive presence butting against your mind. It tests your mental defenses, looking for a gap to exploit. Then just as quickly as the presence arrived, it's gone. Well, we don't want to burn it down, Lord Brownbear. We want to delve into it and see if we can find anything first.
Something feels queer in a quarter here, Cap. Rubbing up half hard against my thoughts.
No. He's definitely right. There must be a cipher here of some kind.
I'll take care of this.
Could be a Vithrak nest now that I think about it. The Vithrak do like to live underground. Go ahead and switch back to my gun over here. Keep her on her dagger. What was your level up for that? Burn damage, that was it.
I hear you.
Oh.
I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
Why are you named? You must be a bounty target that we weren't... Okay, he's... Ooh, can we sneak by him? Oh. Remember, it's burn damage from any source. Yes, and she does have a couple of spells she can use to assist with that. Ooh, okay, there's a lot of them. They're all named. That is strange. Okay, we need to be careful, because if we get caught... Well, actually... No, wait. What am I thinking? We can use this as a... Okay, okay, hold on.
I hear you.
Jody, pull back.
What for, Cap?
Seraphin, pull back here.
You have my attention.
Takehu, pull here. Palagina, I want you to... Because we don't...
You have my
We
attention.
want to hold them right near here. I need to draw them in. Okay, hold on. I need... Oh, this is going to be aggravating. With the way that the AI fucking works. Okay, hold on. I need everybody's AI to turn off here for a second. Go ahead and quick save. You could also use bombs. Oh, that's a good point, Tenwin. That's a good point. The only problem with that is that bombs are non-discriminatory as far as how much damage they do. Also, not all of them deal fire damage. Like, that one is concussion. Hold on, let me, sort by this. Where are the bombs? Is that really? I could have sworn we had more bombs than that. There we go. Grenade. Can't use that one either. That's pierce and slash. It's not burn. Do we have an incendiary bomb? 3 burn damage per 3 seconds for 12 seconds. So that is technically burn damage. Stun bombs and spark crackers. You can craft them. Oh, we could take a look at that then. Explosives. Blister bomb, cinder bomb, frost bomb, immolators. That requires rum, unfortunately, and also primal flame and oil, both of which we are very low on. Well, we have Takehu. Takehu has explosives experience. I just wanted to see what it's doing here. Implosion charge, lightning. Okay, so the only one, there's only 2 that deal burn damage. Cinder Bomb, which deals a little bit over time and blinds, and the Immolator, which deals quite a bit more in a much faster pace. Unique. Wait a second, there's unique? Oh. We can craft our own. It still takes 64,000. What is the point of being like, oh, this is super rare and it's hard to find? By the way, you also have to pay 64,000 for it. Holy shit. That doesn't... True, but it is the best haul. Oh, wait a second. That's plus 6 health restore per 6 seconds for 12 seconds. Hold on. Does that actually get improved if I go to... Hold on, not that. Go there. No, not that. No, it's exactly the same. That doesn't make any... Okay, whatever. Okay. How do we want to... True, but it is the best hull? I'm assuming best all-rounder, because I'm assuming there's other hulls that do things slightly better, but the black one is the black hull is the best well-rounded. Or is it truly just the top tier? But it will be buffed if Takehu uses the bomb. Okay, so I'd probably have to actually equip it to him then. Yeah, like, if you look up the concussion one, he gets quite a bit more from that. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't show up in the crafting menu, but when you actually have it open in his inventory, yes, it shows that it does better. It is the top tier as far as you know? Okay. Well, regardless, these are the only ones we have that actually deal fire damage, but we'll keep them on her for right now anyways. The concussive one doesn't do anything. But she does have some spells that work with fire damage, if I recall correctly. Mainly the... There it is, Divine Mark. Oh, yeah, Divine Mark deals 50 to 62 fire damage. Oh, yeah, we'll just make sure to use that a lot. And I think... No, Pillar of Faith doesn't. It's the other pillar spell that deals fire damage. Right. Still, that one alone is potentially, you know, we don't need to do too much for. Okay. We're getting distracted. We only have 3 hours today. This isn't like the last couple of streams where I've had extra time because I didn't have to work. We've got to get moving. So if we're going to shoot him twice. Everybody else has their AI off. We're going to set you up there. We want them to kind of group up in a semicircle right here around Pallegina. So Takehu here, so that way you can block them off here, and that'll force them here, and then we can just start dropping AoEs on them.
Ahoy.
Yes?
Does the pole arm give him reach? It does not. That's kind of aggravating. Oh, how did I miss that he grants ball lightning? As a spell, or... I'm confused. Does it...
Yours to command, Captain.
Ah, okay, so it's a... Once per rest. Okay, but that's a lot of damage. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna shoot him, pull my guy back, force them to bunch up here, and then we'll hit him from here. Alright.
Certainly.
Alright, slow the game down.
Death take you.
Alright, fall back. Takehu. give me Relentless Storm. Jody, give me Dire Blessing on the whole party. There we go. Takehu, block him off. Cast a spell. Good. Seraphin, start shooting. Go ahead and Divine Mark him. Right. Did you serious? Okay, yeah, because it... Okay. So she still got that off, so... Let me see here. Yeah, 56 out of 250. So yeah, that Divine Mark spell is going to make this very easy. Very easy to level up. He's casting that spell. He can keep shooting. We're going to paralyze you. Yes! Ow. Oh, here comes a druid. There we go.
We'll be the privy.
Palagina, attack. Do we have any other burn spells? I don't think we do, unfortunately. Go ahead and Circle of Protection. There we go. Takehu, pull back. We want to get out of sight of that asshole. Pull back. Yep, force him. Oh, he's stunned. That's fine. That's fine. We've got a second to heal. I'll go ahead and throw some of that on Takehu. It's all good. What the fuck? How is he? Okay, hold on. Pull further back. He should... Oh. Is he gonna... What the fuck is happening to him? What the hell? Blooded Nature Mark Plague of Insects. Okay, so that we need to move away from where the fucking Plague of Insects is now. Are we good now? No, it's still on him. What the fuck? Well, I guess we're having a Skyrim stealth moment because the enemy has decided to just forget that we were here. But that works for me because that reset Jody's spells and now I can use her fire thing again. Ooh, we can also grab what these guys dropped. Exceptional hide armor. Good, good. Fine plate armor. Also nice. And Gulferk's journal. New Year has come. The time for reflection, beginnings, and endings. Here I am, an aged man of 60 years, retired from the service of the Steel Garrod. I have no family of which to speak, no tethers bind me to this light, but those that bind me to my brothers in the order. Oh, great. More fucking crazy Wodikins. Must have been the wind, arrow sticking out of face. Yeah, must have been the wind. Pay no attention to the two bodies over there of my former companions who have been ripped to shreds. In the tradition of the new year, I wonder, will I spend my twilight years in swift decline, waiting only to feel the pallid night's touch upon my cheek? No, for decades, veterans of the Garrod have traded tales of a legendary mace said to be blessed by Wodika herself. What I would give to behold but one thing touched by the hands of the exiled queen. I will embark on a final quest, gather my brothers, find the mace, and with it, a pride that will buoy me to the end of my days. So be it. Okay, so why the fuck did he attack us on sight? Long have we journeyed, my brothers and I begin to wonder now if this was a fool's errand, an old man's last grasp at the glory of boyhood tales. We left Adir in good spirits on a boat bound for the Deadfire. Our good cheer has fled, yet still we are on this cursed boat. Were the legend a lie, cud for old soldiers to chew, fodder of talk of remember when and the good old days? I wake in the night thinking that I have heard the sound of Weimark's familiar drunkens stumble into the barracks, but it's only the groan of the ship or the deck door swinging open and slamming in the wind. I miss the comforts of the Garrot's lair, a roaring fire, a strong beer, a tale or two among friends. Will I ever know these comforts again? The tide has turned in our favor. Ulfric muscled a tip from a skittish fisher boy in port. There is an ancient shrine on a nearby island, the boy said, and none from this town will venture within 100 yards of it. Expecting little more than a benighted ruin, we dropped anchor just off its coast and rowed ashore. And what should we find but a shrine dedicated to the queen that was and her mace of legend? The mace itself is exquisite, a marvel of craftsmanship. It will look magnificent above the mantle in the Garrot's hideaway. Oh, how my eyes burn to imagine the tales they will tell of us. We have decided to rest here for the night and feast on our remaining hardtack and jerky. Tomorrow we begin our journey home. Surely Wodika herself guides our path. Yep, 17 to 18, so there wasn't a gap. I cannot remember the last time I've slept so well, not on the boat, not in the barracks, and not even in my own bed as a boy. Perhaps it is the presence of the shrine that soothes me. Indeed, these past few hours I have known only the peace a man might find in communion with their god. My brothers and I have decided to remain here for a second night. We are old and we are weary, and we find comfort in the presence of the exiled queen. This is a safe place. Certainly we will find no trouble here. Well, I mean, maybe if your first response to seeing somebody wasn't, let's brutally murder them, that might have been the case. It would have been nice to encounter some Wodikans who weren't total asshats who wanted to kill me on sight, but, well, I guess that's not going to change anytime soon.
Look.
Alright, so there's still 2 of them. I know that person's a ranged user, that person's still a ranged user. Didn't want to venture within 100 yards. That is not a very big distance. I mean, from the perspective of magical curses and spells, it's a long distance, but yes, for just about everything else, it isn't. All right, Jody, if you would be so kind as to go ahead and... Ooh, that's a short-range spell. Okay, well then we need to start the fight then. Then we need to start the fight.
Charge!
Yep, okay. No, Jody, do not start with that spell. I need you to start with this spell. I'm gonna go over here and deal with this asshole, while the rest of you deal with this. Ow. Jackass. Oh, that was good. Good damage. See if you can do it again, Jody. You can finish this guy off. Oh, nope, he's dead. Don't worry, we got another one. Cast it on this guy. Oh, nope, I already got him. Oh, well, still. She got 1 cast off, which is better than nothing. In fact, I'm pretty sure that already puts her, yeah, over halfway. That 1 spell is going to make leveling this thing much easier. We've all seen that Wodika is resistant to change. Yeah. The Steel Garrote are also, quite frankly, fucking insane from everything we've seen of them. Exceptional leather armor, fine S-stock, some hardtack. They didn't have many... Oh. Oh, why are there a bunch of regular people's corpses over here? What did you fuckers do? Ow, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yep. Son of a bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. How did... Why? What is that noise? Y'all are hearing this, right? It sounds like a slime or ooze or something. Fine brigandine, fine hatchet. Why are there just a bunch of skeletons and random corpses over here? I don't like this. What's going on here? Yeah, like a giant slug. The statue of Wodika bears an exquisite mace in its hands. A presence in the mace reaches out to touch your mind. A presence you first encountered when you entered the ruins. Oh boy. Examine the mace.
What is this thing?
Yeah, it's... Let me guess. It's something similar to her.
Rendergob's frigid ballsack!
Modwir begins making heaving sounds as if it's eaten something foul. What happened?
That thing, whatever it is, it's stupid. Really, really stupid. And disgusting.
Modwir's hilt runs hot. The mace's leather-wrapped hilt is curiously untouched by age. Its head is fashioned from a dark metal and radiates a cruel and biting cold. Once again, the presence reaches for you, grasping at your mind with claws sharp and relentless as a bird of prey. Examine the statue. The statue stone is dappled with rot and riven with age. It must have been placed here long ago. It does appear to be a Wodikan statue, so it's not like a fake statue that somebody shoved into a shrine of Wodika. Alright, we're adventurers, time to do something stupid. You find the mace painfully cold to the touch. The presence inhabiting it probes at the edge of your mind, searching for cracks in your mental defense. Close off your mind. You dedicate all of your concentration to block the mace's efforts to get its hooks into your mind. And now take the mace. You crush what remains of the mace's will and lift it from the statue. A last flutter of emotion passes from the mace and into you. Despair. Ah, sucks to be you, buddy. I win. Oh, it is a bindable weapon. Hold on. The Magistrate's Cudgel. Okay, I'll admit, that's a pretty bitchin' looking design. Another soulbound, yep. Cipher, Fighter, and Monk. Excerpt from the Charter regarding the establishment of municipal domains and the appointment of their respective magisters under the right and natural guidance of the Verkonig, divinely appointed ruler of the Emperor of Aedir and beloved of Wodaka. Long may he reign. Penned by Quin... So, okay, W is an U sound. Quinwitha Sinmerdu. Quinwitha Sinmerdu, agent of the court. Let it be known that enclosed within this document bearing the seal of the beloved fair Konig, long may he reign, is the instrument of which the document speaks. In light of the recent misguided rebellion of the Deerwooden colony, the Imperial Ministry sees fit to coalesce the functions of the Colonial Court of Judges into a single office. Hereto, the office of this court shall, with the full authority of the Imperial Ministry, assume the rank and privileges of the magistrate of the court for a term of office to be determined by said ministry. Oh god, this entire thing's description is just going to read like a goddamn legal text. Marked for 30 seconds upon scoring hit, plus 10 accuracy against targets affected by the judged effects. That's a good, solid thing to have. It's also crush damage, which we have been woefully lacking. Yes, Wodaka being Wodaka. The more I hear about how the Aedirans revere Wodaka, the more I hate Aedir. I'm gonna be honest. I think I would despise living there. I can see why the Deerwoodens turned to Magrin once they got their colony up and running and they started having ideas of independence. God, it sounds like it would be absolute hell to live in Aedir as anything other than like the highest of ranking officials. Cipher, Fighter, and Monk. The only other person who could really use it would be Aedir, honestly, because giving him a crush damage weapon would be useful. Big on oaths and an avowed, you are playing as an Aediran agent. Oh, that'll be interesting. We saw Aedir can apparently hold a grudge, like with Oswald. Well, to be fair, that was specifically the Steel Garrote, and from the sound of it, the Steel Garrote are very much sort of their own entity. Like, they're not, like, I would say they're not bound by laws, but it should be more appropriate to say they are only bound by Wodaka's laws. They don't give a shit about mortal laws. But of course, since Wodaka is the goddess of oaths, they see all oaths and oath breakers as... Oh boy, what should we, So, a subterranean temple to Wodaka, a couple of Steel Garrote guys, a weird steel mace. The mace is from a government official, Judge Isle. Oh, how about Magistrate's Landing? Because the hammer itself was from a magistrate. So this is Magistrate's Landing. Judge and Inquisitor are two badass of names. I'm not giving them the pleasure of that. I was going to just something court. That could work. Fina short fur. Oh, slavers. Ooh. It is a Dow, though. We've taken Dows before. Hold on. Give me 1 second. If we drop Palagina, grab Aedir. It's quite a bit less damage. It's actually a lot less damage. Holy shit. Min's Fortune. Oh, okay, so it also gets the sharp effect. And he gets additional crit, which does pair better with his rogue skills, I'll admit. Oh, we could. What was I thinking? It goes with ciphers. We can give it to Seraphim. My god, I completely freaking forgot Seraphim was a cipher. I'm an idiot. I think that would actually work for him. Plus, we've already been giving him melee weapon or crushing with melee weapons. So if we go ahead and take that off, we'll go ahead and give him that. Does it count as a mace or a? Yes, it does count as a mace. Oh, good. Also, let's take these off. Scorching Venom. I should probably consider using Venom on him. We're going to go ahead and bind this to Seraphim. Cypher class. Yep, go ahead. Deal 250 damage to judged enemies. Okay, so we're going to want him to be running melee for a bit. Oh, see, Okay, marked for 30 seconds upon scoring any hit. Okay, so it doesn't... It's not a chance to occur upon scoring a hit, thank God. And also just plus 10 accuracy. If that affects everyone in the party, that's actually a really good buff. That might be a good way for Seraphim to be very effective as a melee Cypher. Just throwing out additional buffs for us. If he's going to be wearing this, I really should give him some alcohol to use in some of his combats. But, okay, that's enough there. Do we want to try... Also, if that's the case, go ahead and give me back Pallegina. I like having her as our frontliner right now. We could try to take on the Slavers. Let's go ahead and save real fast and see if we can. Sup, assholes? Oh, yeah, we got this. They do have a lot of them. There are quite a few ship defenders, but this bitch is about to have a bad time. Board the ship. Kill the slavers. Free the slaves. End this son of a bitch's life. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's literally just dead bodies on their fucking ship. Yep. Devoted slaves. They just... 1, 2, 3, 4... Jesus Christ. 5, 6... Did they just recently take this ship or something? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it does. Ours says it there, and theirs actually says it on the front of it. Oh, that is cool. What it feels like to have salt water on your fur. Oh, we're gonna do more than that. We're gonna do more than that. Switch to my gun real fast. Shoot him. Takehu, can you get out of the way so Pallegina can help? Then we're gonna go ahead and cast that. Oh, cool. Aeloth and Ada are both over here. They're having the time of their life. They're doing great. Please cast the spell, Jody. You're taking fucking forever. Now go ahead and cast it again. Oh, good. Yidwin's over here. Facina. Spirit Shift Wolf? I'm sorry, what? Is that a spell? Does Facina have the ability? I'm confused. Okay, well, okay, Facina. Apparently Facina's a werewolf. Who knew? But seriously, Jody, please keep casting this so we can get the rest of your effect. I need to also keep attacking with the... She's half druid, isn't she? Is she? I honestly don't remember. We're gonna have to check. I honestly don't fucking remember. Oh god, Weather Wizard. Go after him with the fucking... Go, go, go. Fucking Yidwin over here has already taken out one and is taking out a second. Oh, switch to my blade. Switch to my blade and go help out. Come on, cast it. There we go. Dealt 31 damage. Jody dealt 56 damage. She should be getting really close then. Kind of tempted to do that just to get even more. Can I thought I could use Empower to get a spell slot back. Was I wrong? She is. It was a druid spell she kept killing that kid with. Oh, you're right, Lord Brower, because she was in the... Right. You're right. I completely forgot. You are correct, sir. Also, yeah, I thought I could... Yeah, empower yourself to refill half of your... Oh, expended resource or empower a spell. Oh, okay, so you can't actually get a spell back that way. Okay. That's unfortunate. Power level 6. Oh, okay. All right, Jody. Well, join in the melee and see if you can get a little bit more fire damage in. Oh, good. Yidwin had that handled. Facina, please don't cast anything that'll get us all killed. That would be nice if you didn't do that, please. There we go. There we go. Sucks to be you assholes. Oh, yeah. The Triumph of Faina Shortfur, another of the Crookspur colors. We need to find their headquarters. There must be a place called Crookspur, and we need to just kill all of them. Sweet. We got rum. We got grog. Oh, yeah. Our morale is good, so we don't have to share any of the money. We can go ahead and pick up all of this. Ooh, a Slaver's Grimoire. Oh, look at all this equipment. Look at all of it. So good. Just give me it all. Give me it all. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I need to... Ooh, another exceptional pistol. That's nice. Take it all and continue. Glad to see that Scorched Earth isn't off the table. Are you done with... I recommend going back to front. Oh, there we go. She already upgraded it. Oh, deal 250 damage to spirits. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Grants Sacrifice. Full attack, once per rest, kills friendly characters or enemies that are near death. Why does it say kills friendly characters? Why does it need to say that? I've got a bad feeling. Kaima accepts what comes next. They all do, of course, to an extent. Kaima, though, she truly believes. 1,000 horrors fill this world, wonderful and terrible. Only Engwith remains steadfast against the storm. Only Engwith meets madness with reason. Only Engwith, Kaima whispers as the knife kills. Huh. I think I'm making Jodie worse, guys. You know how they say I can fix her or she can make me worse? I think I am making Jodie worse, like unironically. You can do both. The point is that you instantly kill any enemy, including bosses, as long as they're at 20% health. Okay, yeah. So yeah, having a... I could see there's a lot. We've run into like 2 or 3 of those effects now. It's making me wonder if there's a way to build like a build that is entirely just like knocking the enemy down to 20% health and then just repeatedly spamming a bunch of insta-kill options on bosses. Oh, not this screen. The ship screen. Oh my god. We need to get stuff that isn't water. I mean, I suppose as long as we're not doing hardtack, we're fine. Because this is a -1. But that just balances out the +1s from a lot of this stuff. His ability you attack with, as long as you hit, they die. Okay, okay. I see. Is still the little sister type. The Andy and Lele kind of sister. Oh, God. Go ahead and add the hardtack there. The fruit there. More water. Oh, there's that Koiki fruit that we needed. Some grog. Some lager. Yep, Principi colors. Wana colors. And Cruxburg colors. Yep. I think of her more of as a Raggedy Ann kind of sister. Right. Doesn't look like there's... Okay, so we have officially found the border here. Now we just need to fill in the rest of this. Oh. Okay, that's Royal Deadfire Company. He doesn't care. Wapau Jungle. We're unlikely to encounter spirits there, so I'm going to drop Jodie for right now. Bring Maya. Why not? Thank you, Gamersubs. The fetid, sweltering jungle looms around and above you, the thick canopy capturing the heat, sweat clinging to your nostril and dripping from your chin. Nothing seems to move in all the world, save you. Oh, I forgot I need to rest. God damn it. Your companion's complaints fell silent hours ago, save for Seraphin, who summons up a new creative objection every 10 minutes or so. You pause beside broad, stagnant waters and are refilling your skins when you hear movement in the wild. A trio of kith step out of the trees and onto the water. Their torn and filthy robes billowing in the water, they pause near the center of the creek. A central figure, a beatific savannah folk person, smiles up at you. You are Savani, watcher of Caed Nua. He raises his palms. We mean you no harm. Indeed, we awaited you here, because we have He glances towards the others traveling with you. We offer a proposal, if you would step aside to hear it. Who are you? How do you know my name? We are friends of a friend, the man said. A potential friend, perhaps. A friend of potential, certain. As for you being here, says the leftmost kith, a bald elf, that was foreseen. He looks up at you with eyes that have been burned from their sockets. Anything you want to say, you can say in front of my friends. Not this. Alright, let's do something stupid. The man lowers his voice. There exists a place hidden amongst these wilds. An old place watched by the quiet slave. Oh, great skein. For one willing to make a sacrifice. A true sacrifice, says the woman at his side, as she nods towards your companions. Such devotion shall be rewarded by him in turn. If you know that I am the Watcher of Caed Nua, then you know that I would never do that, you stupid assholes. So be it. Then you will not see us again. Watch as you will. The central man bows his head slightly, and the trio back away. They fade into the jungle. Well, fuck you too, assholes. I should have attacked them, honestly. But, no, we are still a shield bearer paladin. We don't just initiate the combat. They really let you be evil, huh? I mean, yeah, in the previous game, there was also a place where you could sacrifice a companion. If you knew I'm the Watcher of Caed Nua, you should know what I did to the last Gay Knight cult I met. Yeah. You think they'd learn by now, but apparently not. Oh, there's a lot to explore here. I just need to be careful down here because of this asshole. Ooh, what's that? Ugh. Oh, there's definitely an island over. Ooh, the Mara Mara Trench. Area of interest is on the far eastern part of the map, just along the edge, further north than the area you've discovered. Oh, so it's up that way. I wish you'd mention that because we're exploring south now. The choppy seas stretch towards the horizon, curling of dark blue capped with lines of foamy white. Captain, shouts Chittipek from the rigging. Something in the water to port. Oh, isn't this, this is just another fucking, right? Who has survival? I think you have survival? Yeah. Maya frowns down at the water. Bowhead, maybe? Or a wall face? Well, either way. Reach out to the beast's mind. The thoughts swirling within feel more complex than you expected of a beast, with none of the blank coldness you have sensed from fish. Its mind is not as advanced as a wilder, but the creature certainly boasts more intelligence than a horse or a cow. Thoughts? That's a whale face, Captain. Best whale for hunting in the whole Deadfire. More likely a bowhead. You see the V-shaped spout? It's a count of it having 2 blowholes. Doesn't make any worse hunting. It does if it dives and sinks the skiff. Old Engram steps back. You'd kill one of Andra's harbingers and squander this blessing. We'll let the creature pass in peace. We're not whalers and we're not looking for one. Oh, get over it. The silent beast keeps pace with the ship for several hours, its song seeming to vibrate within the very planks of the Defiant. Eldengrim hums quietly along as Hema tosses a few bits of food to the creature. Ameni sighs. They don't eat hardtack. Chittipek chuckles. The ship sails on. Hey, we gained some experience, gained some morale. Very nice. Oh, okay, so you can actually rest on the ship. That's good. Oh, we got some Nganti's blessing from that. That's nice. Events like that makes you smile. A lot of charm. Oh, yeah. We'll just keep eating the mariner's porridge since we've got plenty of it. Go ahead and rest. Get that fucking debuff off of me, please. Alright. That's taken care of now. We're gonna keep cleaning up this corner of the map for right now. We got plenty of food. We got plenty of water. We got plenty of money to pay everybody. Oh. 2 of your crew members playing a game in the hold. Oh, please tell me you're not throwing daggers again. For the love of God. Nope. I already know the event. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. And if Seraphin catches you doing that, I am not responsible if he beats the shit out of you. Better get used to these. They'll repeat. Same with the fish. I mean, it's alright. I mean, that's actually a really great way to farm the stoic reputation if it keeps popping up. which actually I kind of don't want now that I think about it. I don't want too much. How are we doing, actually? Okay, we need to be careful. I don't want to pick up any additional shadiness on this. We're still very good on both diplomatic and honest. Good on benevolent. We're a little bit on clever. I'm trying to avoid that. Not too much on passionate, shady, or stoic. There's some rare events that can/might happen, but those are the two ones that are annoyingly common. Again, I don't mind it too much. Okay, we need to... That asshole's down here, so we need to slip away on this side for right now. Okay, there is an unidentified location over here. And there is Harbinger's Watch, which is DLC related. That is a frozen fucking island. Okay, that's interesting. Oh. Oh. Okay, no. It's just a Balian trading ship. I don't know. My brain did a little bit of a... Oh, we got some experience for that. The Dead Flow. Well, there's a town there, but we're definitely not going there just yet. That's fucking sure. Why did our morale go down? That's weird. It's still at 99. Okay, weird. I don't know why I did that. There's a super rare event, a shipmate that I only know one of which does it will enter your cabin and offer you sex. Okay. Oh god, they're arguing again. Is it going to be the fish event again? Check the fish for sign of disease. Yep. There we go. Oh. Several of the fish display discolored scales and bloated bellies. Clear signs of disease. It's possible the meat could sicken the crew. Oh. Do we have a... Yeah, Takehu can cleanse the fish. Oh, that's perfect. Hands open above the barrel, Takehu calls upon the spirits in the air and water around you, driving them through the barrel to consume the disease within. Alright, there we go. Throw the fish in the hold. Nice. That does save us having to purchase a lot of food, quite frankly. We're almost done clearing out this segment, and then that'll be the only area we can't get to while that Fergus asshole sits around those ships. Speaking of which, did I need to add anything? Hold on. We can add the hagfish in there as well. We'll keep the rest as stuff that we want to use. Okay, so yes, we are down to just water right now. Yeah, so let me see here. We need to keep... I guess... Yeah, we can include the Palohe nuts. Silverfin is also still worth it for the +1. So as long as we are using these three, then our morale will not go further down. And here we go. There's one more island over here. And it's not something we can deal with right now. Never mind. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Okay, and you said the thing we were looking for, Tenwin, was further up this way? Yeah, we're going to have to spend a bit of money in order to get our... Just along the edge? Okay. Let's keep moving. We have got to get some upgrades to our speed. Just a bit more north? Okay, okay. I believe you. I believe you. Oh. Shit. It's another fucking Principi. Oh boy. We need to be careful around here. Ooh. Captain, a moment. You hear the voice of Eld Engram raised in question. There's an insistent knock at your cabin door. He pokes his head into your quarters and frowns. We found a man drifting on a piece of flotsam. Deckhands tried to talk to him, but he's speaking in a tongue none of us ever heard before. Should we bring him on board? See if we can get a few words of sense out of him? Or would you rather leave him to his fate? Bring him on board. I'll meet him on deck. You think attacking you would be a no-no with your rep. Yeah, you'd think if you had positive reputation with the Principi that they would at least... You'd think there would be at least some kind of... Like, they would come up to you and be like, oh, okay, you're one of our friends. Or at the very least, it would depend on... maybe there could be like a hidden modifier amongst the Principi where it's like, oh, you're doing a lot... You sided with Ferrante a lot. So the new bloods don't like you, but the old bloods do. And having the captains that are all on the ships scattered throughout the ocean have a dividing line between them. That would actually be an interesting touch. Ah. Who the hell are you? You find a young man waiting for you on deck. He wears heavy clothing of a kind you've never seen before, and the colors of his tabard are bold and bright. He stands, barely, sodden, sun-scorched, and battered. He can hardly keep his feet. He stumbles forward a bit, then rights himself. He looks at you, warily, bleary-eyed, and exhaustion heavy on his shoulders. Are you all right? He coughs out the last word, then buckles over and vomits a tremendous amount of seawater onto the deck.
Okay. What is he saying? Is that a Shamatal?
Could be. He knits his eyebrows. His words are unfamiliar to you. They sound low and hard-edged, but his tone is soft with confusion. The fact that we even have this... Yeah, that's definitely, Oh, fuck. I can't... what is his name? He also voices Illidan in World of Warcraft, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head now. And now it's bugging me. It's sticking in my head. I don't remember his fucking name. He does Vaxildan in Season 1 of Critical Role. He's the wizard in Season 2. But I can't fucking remember his name now. Edine Toy Engwith? He presses his palms to his eyes and takes a deep shaking breath, his shoulders slumping. Point to yourself and slowly say your name. He does Scanlan, not Vax. Really? It sounded like the other guy, but I guess I'm completely wrong. That goes to show how good I am at identifying actors. Okay, now I hear it. Yeah, no, now I hear it. No, you're right. I was wrong. I was wrong. It really did sound like Liam O'Brien at first, but now now I can hear Sam Riegel's voice. I fucked that up. The man's eyes light up with the first expression of happiness you've seen from him. As he pronounces his name for you, he taps the center of his forehead. Your name is Reke. He pumps his fist a bit, pleased to have finally managed to communicate. Relief brings a blight flush to his pale cheeks. He turns away then, casting his gaze over the rough sea. What he's thinking is unclear, but you can guess by the vein pulsing hard in his neck and the tight fists at his side that he seems to be coming to a decision. As soon as the words leave his mouth, he grimaces, knowing that you can't understand him. He repeats his last sentence, this time gesturing to the length of your ship, to you, to your crew, and lastly to himself. It would seem he wishes to travel with you. Welcome aboard, Reke. Though he doesn't understand your words, he grasps well enough your meaning. Reke gives you a small smile and a quick nod of his head in acknowledgement, or perhaps in thanks. Oh! Oh! Fighter, fighter monk, fighter barbarian. Final sidekick. Oh, okay. I think we could go with fighter monk might be a good choice. Fighter monk or fighter barbarian? Maybe fighter barbarian? I think that's just a natural combination that works for that. I don't need a pure fighter, like, I just don't. But he does lose out on some of the high-end abilities for them. Well, he doesn't get barbarian. He's not a barbarian anyway. Do you have a pure fighter? No, but I don't really need a pure fighter. We'll admit you. We'll admit you won't use Reke. Oh, thanks for that, Tenwin. We'll go with brute. We'll go with brute. Fighter barbarian. Welcome aboard, Reke. Oh, there we go. Recruiter. There we go. All right. Oh, and Seraphine and Pelagina have leveled up, so let's go ahead and take care of that. He isn't directly tied to any particular expansion or the like Yidwin, Constantine, and Facina are. Oh, okay. It's kind of weird, but okay. And then, what have we got for you, Seraphin? You're fine on your cipher powers. I like you pretty much exactly where you need to be there. Frenzy reduces deflection but gives him strong fit and action speed. Pick that up. Barbaric Yell, I'm not really interested in. Savage Defiance. The fact that it costs 3 rage just to gain... I mean, it is the better version of the Constitution buff, but it's still not that good. Yibun is connected to Beast of Winter. Constantin is connected to Seeker Slayer Survivor. And Facina is connected to Forgotten Sanctum. Oh, okay. Do they actually have content when you do those DLCs? Like, is that like the one area that you're actually expected to take them on? Or is it a case where it just doesn't matter? Mostly a lot of voice lines? Okay, so we might... Okay, so we'll actually take them with that. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. I'm willing to do that. Damn, that makes me even more angry that we didn't get Yidwin as a full companion. While hurt or better, the barbarian gains resistance against body afflictions, dexterity, constitution, and might. That's pretty good. One stands alone? No. There's fortitude, bloodlust, plus 20% action speed on kill for 10 seconds. Wilder Hunter, accurate carnage, thick-skinned. He already has 2 weapon style. Accurate carnage plus 5 accuracy with carnage attacks, which are all attacks. So, wait. Improving the accuracy of secondary attacks from carnage. For every successful melee attack, the barbarian makes a reduced damage attack on all other enemies within a short... Oh, okay. So the primary target doesn't get an accuracy, but if there's any enemies in the area of effect that I hit, that gets a bonus to accuracy. Okay, that makes sense. Psychic Backlash, eh. Combat Focus, eh. Oh, +1 penetration with weapons. That's actually good. He's a dual wielder. That's especially good, actually. We did pick up Mace, so he's fine there. He's got Pistol and Arquebus. I don't really feel the need to give him another one. Fuck it. Arquebus. I don't care. Pallegina, keep improving that athletics. Keep improving... if we're not going to have Jody, having Pallegina have a few points in religion. Of course, the militant atheist has points in religion so that she can more properly debate people. Sorry. Pallegina's not that militant. She is angry. She's a very angry atheist, but she's not... Well, actually, would atheist be the proper term for someone who dislikes the gods in a setting that has gods definitively? I'm sure there's a word for it. Anti-theist maybe would probably be better. Rather than atheist, it would be anti-theist. Hastening extortion. Quick for 30 seconds. That's not bad, though, because that's actually 30 seconds as a buff. That's actually pretty good. Casual racism when you judge everyone due to ignorance. Expert racism when you judge everyone due to careful study. Oh, I did see there was a Twitter post someone made where it's like... It was from a guy in Africa, and he's just like, if I ever encounter a white dude who knows the difference between, and then he lists off like 3 or 4 different African tribes, he's like, I know that person is going to be the most racist person I've ever encountered. Pathfinder prefers to use atheist to describe someone who actively rejects worship of any god. They use agnostic to describe someone who just happens to not worship. Fair enough. Yeah, I suppose if you use that terminology, that is the difference between my character and Pallegina. My character has just gotten tired of the gods and is more agnostic. He's not actively against the gods, but he's definitely not for them either, whereas Pallegina is militantly rejecting of their worship. Spell resistance could be useful. Small chance to completely avoid any attack. Oh. 5% chance to just completely no-sell an attack and upgrades 5% of crits to hits. Or hits to crits. You haven't spoken to Facina. She is on your ship. Oh, you're right. We haven't. God. We have a lot of people on this ship. You forget that, Tenwin. We have a lot of people now on this ship. Yeah, I think I'll give her hastening extortion because that's also going to get upgraded. Grants the strong inspiration in addition to quick, or can grant nimble instead of quick. I actually like that. That's the first real paladin buff that actually has a decent amount of time on it. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. She's got regular sword, she's got great sword and morning star. I don't know if there's really anything else that I want from her. You need a bigger ship. Yeah, we're working on it, Tenwin. They cost a lot of money. We'll grab poleaxe in case one of those comes up, I guess. All right. We need to tech back in with Tikawara. We need to confront that priest about fucking cursing the expedition that came here. Tikawara... Ringi, who's that? Oh, that's one of the Hawana captains. Right. Alright, we have officially explored just a little under half of the map. Oh, that's the Principi. You just keep on sailing, buddy. Keep on sailing. Alright, head towards Tikawara. It occurred to me. So, Pokokahara's here. Magistrate's Landing is here. We took care of both of the... Oh, of course. Of course the fucking Skainite cult is literally one island over from the Wodekin Temple. I fucking... I'm starting to become convinced that Skane is actually on Wodeka's side and he just exists to piss people off. Oh. Oh, we didn't explore that. Oh, we need to go over there. Heading to Ferrante after Tikawara, turning in his quest. Trust me. Okay, okay, Tenwin. Okay.
Indeed.
You wouldn't survive a day in the Navy, fish boy.
Fikera, I would rather give myself to the sea than take orders.
Oh, in that case, I'd give you an hour.
They've already come up to the beach. This is not a good idea. Isn't he? There can't be a slave without a master. True, Lord Brownbear. And after what happened at the end of the first game, it doesn't surprise me one bit. As you near the docks, voices roar over the din of the waves, and it seems as if the entire village is gathered. Many of them don't seem happy. If you side with Wodeka in the first game, talk to the Skainites on that island, have them hand you an item that allows you to summon the effigy in combat. Oh, so that's where that is. They argue with one another, pointing into the distance, but at your approach they turn to stare at you, their eyes wide with apprehension or anticipation. The crowd parts for their Ranga, whose grin is as broad as his
My
shoulders.
fishermen saw your boat sailing from Pokokahara. The storms. They parted like a school of fish before Nagati herself.
You're welcome.
Now, the Valiant Trading Company will send ships, people, and supplies. Tikawara will be the greatest port east of Nekataka.
First, they must clear room for docks and storehouses. But that will be many months from now, no?
The dwarf wipes his brow, considering the beach and the half-finished, half-painted huts built along it. The young priestess glares with open malice, the angles of her crossed arms and clenched jaw as sharp as daggers.
Already they make plans.
If that's all, Ranga, I should be
I
going.
say this is a turn in our fortunes. The first of many.
His smile widens further still.
You're always welcome among us. Accept this and know our thanks.
Oh, thank you. I don't really use spears, but I'm not going to turn it down. The rest of the village nod and disperse, murmuring to one another as they scatter across the village. Yeah, no, we need to go talk to that priestess because, there's a difference between wishing someone harm and actively causing that harm. We need to talk. Where's she at? Miss Nahiri.
Gods give answers. It is only my duty to listen.
Why? We talked to her before. Why did we not get What do you mean you were right to be wary of the veil? Well, oh, right. To be fair, Beza was talking about all of the fucking sacrificing people to run the stone, but you also purposely cursed them and caused most of them to die, so everybody's pretty much an asshole in this situation, much like the other quest I did in this village. I don't like this place. I suppose you were right to be at least somewhat wary of the Valians.
Again, this is nonsense. Beza's notes are her own. Her mad fantasy should not disgrace the company by association.
Palagina, I mostly agree with you, but if the locals are going to be able to make sure that they get fair treatment from the company, I'm going to give them at least some leverage. I have no problem with the locals and the Valians coming to agreeable terms and everybody benefiting, but I am not just going to stand by if the Valians decide to fuck everybody over, which some of them absolutely have done, and you know it. Now take a step back, please. She takes the pages and examines them. Her fingers crawl down the text, and she's reading slowly, but her eyes are widening with understanding and horror.
Narega sold us to these sea snakes.
She smooths her hands down her long skirt to still their shaking.
Thank you for this warning. But for what did you bring this to me?
I have many friends among many peoples, and I count many of them to be among the tribes. I aid them when I can.
I heard this, and I did not trust your reasons then.
She presses her lips together.
Perhaps it is too late to stop the Valians, but I will do what I can.
Quite frankly, you can't stop them, but you can use this information to ensure that your people get a better deal. And if you do that, Tikawara might actually prosper. I hear that your predecessor Anaharu had problems with the outsiders as well. She winces as you speak the name. One hand strays to the coral crescent pendant about her neck. She forces it back down, pinning her hand beneath folded arms.
Anaharu was the tribe's priest before me, and he was my father. Before he challenged Ruanu to a trial of waves.
She sighs and takes hold of the pendant, gripping it in a tight fist.
But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him.
A trial of waves?
When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks. The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe.
Her gaze turns downcast. Why did Anaharu challenge Ruana to a trial of waters?
My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka. So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruana to send them away and move the tribe to another island.
Her knobby knuckles pale as she squeezes the pendant.
Ruanu, he did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking.
What does it mean to be cast off?
It means the tribe must forget him. The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him.
She swallows, still looking away.
Anaharu goes to his next life, but forgotten, he goes to a different tribe.
She hangs her head. You don't seem to think much of Ruanu's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great-aunt looked into his soul and declared him such.
Even as she says this, she hesitates, one hand clenching in a fist at her side.
I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
Have you tried reasoning with him?
Akira, I have, and so did
She breaks off, looking down and frowning.
Anaharu. I must learn to stop saying his name.
And so that makes you the priestess of the tribe. She nods, one finger brushing the crescent pendant at her neck.
We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
She points to the wooden statue. It's as smooth as an old piece of driftwood, and sun-bleached, water-stained patches suggest years of travel from one village to the next. Something about the shrine statue looks familiar. You've seen the rounded body and gaping mouth before, and you realize that it's an exact replica of the idol you found in Pokokahara on the body of the dead expedition member. Another wave of pain and confusion hits you. You haven't been feeling well since you picked that idol up.
Foreigners know her as Andra. To us, there is no difference.
Nahiri, your actions resulted in the death of several of the Valian explorers. This idol in their possession was cursed.
I warned them not to go. I warned Ruanu not to help them.
Her fingers close about the weathered coral crescent at her neck.
Their deaths are on you.
Not all of them, Palagina, but enough that this is a concern. Don't forget, your people were screwing around with ancient Ingwithan ruins before the Kex went off, and they still lost members of their party. Her jaw clenches so tightly you can hear Palagina's teeth grinding.
Foreign ships raided our old villages and carried away our people. Rwanu promised us we would be safe here.
The twine bites a deep furrow into her neck as she pulls at the crescent pendant. Her eyes search yours.
Give it to me, please. Then I will see that it brings no harm to anyone else.
She holds out her hand and levels a steely glare at you.
Diverus. I would sooner trust a child with a fleet of gunships.
She makes a dismissive gesture with a feathered hand. I feel like there's gotta be someone else I could give this to, or I should be able to destroy it myself. Fine, here.
Thank you.
Just get rid of the damn thing, okay? I'll go see if the chieftain has anything else to say, and then we'll... Oh.
The ego.
One of many gifts, I say.
That wasn't a compliment, but never mind.
These two are just gonna keep bitching at each other the whole time, aren't they? They're just never gonna stop.
One day soon, this will be a busy port.
Oh.
You have done a great thing for us.
Major positive reputation gain with Tigawara. Oh, okay. Well, surprised, but I'm also surprised I couldn't talk to him more. I mean, maybe I could have given him the idol and, like, implicated the priest, but eh. Mira's blessing, da-da-da, don't care. You got anything?
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Yep, seems Obsidian Riders enjoyed their rival pairings ever since Tyranny. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it still works. And it's nice that I like that the NPC companions are actually interacting with one another. CRPGs, for a long while, only really made it so, so that NPCs interacted with the player and didn't really interact with followers. Even if those followers did have quests and stuff, they were usually... Their lines and stuff were limited to just their quest.
Will send supplies and immensers and soldiers, unless you have room on your ship.
He looks at you, kneading his knuckles. I'm afraid that I found the remains of your expedition.
That you mean? Madiko.
His thick brows rise in alarm.
If the expedition failed, the company will hesitate to finance a second one. They might close the book forever.
He sighs, scratching his head.
You sweat too much over too little, Victor. I have never known the company to hold the expedition's cook responsible for its success or failure.
Captain Beza always said that the cook is the heart of morale. Can you not imagine why I am high-strung, with a crew's fortunes balanced on every dish? If their work was finished, their families in the republics would be compensated.
I'll see what I can do. If you are looking for another place, we could always use an additional cook on the Defiant.
I would consent to be chained to your galley if it saved me from this dump.
He sighs and pockets his dish rag. Nice. Takes care of that, then. I don't think there was anybody else to talk to here. Nah, we got this. Alright, let's get back aboard. Do we need any supplies? Rum is too fucking expensive. We could... Let me see if we can sell off some shit. Start with the cheap shit. Let's go. I need to see if I... Oh god. Yep, sell it all. Sell it all. Ooh, I do like the look of the Ingwithan shields. They do look nice. Sell off daggers. Sell off those. Keep the torch. Sure, there sure are a lot of crew members. I mean, I bet. Does anybody need... we don't need hatchets. Spear, sword, warhammer. Shield. Find small shield. Find great sword. Crossbow. An S-stock. Orbow. Pike. Keep the exceptional weapons in case we need them. Keep the pistols in case somebody needs that. Nobody uses a crossbow, so I'm not even going to bother. We'll keep the we don't need that many great swords though, so we'll sell off half. We'll sell 4 of them. There we go. That gets me another 12,000 there. Oh, no. Don't sell Jodies. Don't sell Jodies. Sell off the extra scale armor, leather armor, alien clothing. I like the Principi clothing. Sell off those. One of those. Interesting, the Valium breastplate is its own named thing. It's just a fine breastplate. It doesn't even have Seraphin's padded mail. Sell off the... See, it's interesting. You've got the Valium breastplate and a fine breastplate. The only real difference is there's a slight modification to the outside. Hide armor, brigandine, breastplates. Keep the leather armor. Actually, no, we already have plenty of exceptional leather armor. We don't need fine leather armor. We already have several suits of exceptional plate, too. We can just sell off those then. Those. Damn it, did I put Jodi's thing in the fucking... I did again. Where did it go? Or no, it went in my inventory, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Okay, we'll just move it from there. Sell off that helmet. Sell off all of these traps that we found. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Sell off the book. And I think that's... Oh, and we can sell the extra cannon. Nice. 18 grand. Very nice. We're getting closer to actually being able to afford that boat. Or, there's something else I was gonna... No. Oh, no. Get back on the ship. Oh, no. We wanted to check out that other location on the island. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. Ah. Loading screens. Fucking loading screens. Go back. Leave on foot. Yes. Alright. Because we completely forgot to check this out after we did the Hohina Ravine over here. There's nothing else on the island, right? Yes, there's nothing else. And it's hardtack. God damn it. Worthless. 2 minutes to walk out of the village. And now we go by sea. Yep. Oh my god, yeah, you're right. How did I not notice that? 64, that's it. Imports, none. Exports, none. 99% Island of Maui, 1% Mountain Dwarf. Well, that's gone technically now. Let me see what you've got. Oh, you're a novice cook. Wow, you suck. I thought you'd at least be good, but no. We already have a 4-star cook. Shit. That also explains why we haven't been using nearly as much food. We've got a 4-star cook now who's actually keeping everything running. Master Chef of the Death. Okay, so how exactly do the stars work? They can earn up to 4 stars, but if they start with a higher rank, then it's worth more to hire them because they'll be able to reach a higher level. They can have a maximum of 4 stars in total. Okay. So then why would I ever replace my cook? Like, why would I ever replace my cook then? So, like, there's no point in ever replacing my cook now because I have a 4-star cook. Unless there's somebody who can get, like, a 5th star or something, right? That is a weakness with a system like this? Yeah. So for what? So basically, there's no point in ever using somebody who has split stats. They should always be single stat characters. Unless you want an RP of some sort. I really don't care about the crew. They only really show up in the events. So yeah, there's no once somebody gets to 4 stars, there's no point in replacing them because you're just gonna have to waste time getting somebody replaced. Now, if somebody can't get to 4 stars, then you want to replace them. So like, I mean, yeah, the only exception is your master cook got wounded and you need to move them out of the slot. Oh, okay. So it is good to have some backups. So for example, like these guys are kind of useless because they have split stats. I could get a better surgeon as long as somebody had the surgeon star and no other stats. They could become a better surgeon than Dahlia. Same thing with navigator. If I get a navigator who doesn't have another stat somewhere else, they would be better for that. So technically, Worthless Idiot has the potential to be a better navigator than Lucia. than Luca is, because Luca is already maxed out at 4 stars and 3 of which in navigation, but he only has that. Oh my god, that's a weird system, I gotta admit. Yeah, like I need a different cannoneer for that. So, okay, but she has 5 stars. Huh? Worthless Idiot can fly. It makes sense. I know it's a bit weird. It wasn't the best choice for customizing a crew. Yeah. So, like, Rum Dum Diggory here has 4 stars in deckhand, so there's no point in replacing him ever. Whereas with Chitupek, if I eventually find another person with only a single point in deckhand, like Aura the Mad, I kind of would prefer to put her in that spot so that she starts working towards becoming a 4-star. And Ameni is unique. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember you mentioned that there are some unique companions. Or not companions, but crew members. She is the only one in the she's the only one in the entire game with 5 stars. That's stupid. Why? That is such a weird system. So yeah, there's no reason to ever replace Hema now. Like, there just isn't. I assume it's a mistake that wasn't removed for whatever reason. Yeah, that's possible. So we already have a Master Helmsman, so there's no point in ever replacing Lendrith. We have a Master Cook. There's no point in ever replacing her. We have 1 Master Deckhand, so there's no point in ever replacing him. I guess we may as well start replacing people then, because Worthless Idiot, you need to return. Oh, we have to be at Nekataka. I thought it was just at a port. We have to be in Nekataka. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a quick stop off in Nekataka then, just to swap out some crew, and then we will head to Ferrante. Ooh, what the? Oh, that's the deck of many things. I was like, what the fuck was that ship? It shifts a little when you get a bigger ship, as bigger ship has more crew slots. Yes, but that still means that I want to get as many 4-star people now as possible. Getting the crew up and running now is going to be worth it. So we need to... Okay, so I can do it from here, right? So we want him as the navigator, so that he can become a 4-star navigator. It also means that these 3 are actually also problematic because they are split. So if we want to get them experience from being on the sidelines, they're not going to be as good. So navigator, we want a... Does we have anybody who's a cannoneer with a single spot? He does. Venezi. You could put Luca in the off slot as she is the top ranking option in case something happens to Worthless Idiot. That is a good point. That is a good point. I should use this as backups for the ones that were already decent. That's a good idea. But we can use Venezi. Well, so she's already a 3 and she's got some decent experience. But Eld Engram has been with us from the beginning, so I'm going to hold off on using him. We're going to put her down here in the reserves. Put Venezi over here so he can start gaining experience. Hook. Deckhand. Okay, so and then we're going to take Aura the Mad in place of Chitupek and put Chitupek down here. And Irena can go over here. All right, so he's working his way up to 4 stars. Eld Engram can stay here until we have another cannoneer who can get up to 4 stars. Aura the Mad will start working up to 4. Worthless Idiot will start working up to 4. And then the only other spot that we would need to swap out for somebody is a surgeon who can get up to 4 stars. Which we do not have from the looks of it. No, we do not. All right, there we go. Also, do we want to... Let me see about the supplies. Galleon, we're so close. We're so close. Like, what does this one do? 5%? Yeah. Just 20k. I would suggest having someone named the Mad on crew, but then again, you used to adventure with Durance. Yeah, I think we can... We have dealt with the insanity of Durance. I think we can handle just about anybody else's crazy. Although Jody might be pushing it now that I think about it. It's weird. You'd think that if we got the Galleon, we'd be able to sell our other ship. and make up the rest of the money, but it's not letting us. Oh, didn't even occur to me to check this. Cook. No. No, none of these are of any use to me. You can't sell the old ships. That's stupid. We could. We did just check everybody's equipment, so if we really wanted to, let me see here for a second. That gets me 6,000. We don't need that many robes. No padded armor. Don't need that many leather armors. Oh, that's close. That's really close. Oh, okay, Lord Brown Bear. See you in a second. Ring of Minor Deflection, Stone of Power. Those really aren't worth that much. That's really kind of shocking that they're worth so fucking little. Worthless. Want to keep those. Don't want to sell any of that. I really don't want to sell any of this. I wish the colors were worth something. You'd think you'd be able to turn them in for like a little bit of extra money or something. If I sell off the rest of this exceptional armor, we probably should have enough. Oh, they're worth quite a bit too. Fuck. You could sell the medium armor. Who would use it? That is a good point. Well, it's mostly, we don't have much. Alien breastplate, light, heavy, light, medium. That gets us 19 grand. That gets us just enough. We have officially purchased the galleon. Now, how the fuck do we use it? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, okay. You do not have enough crew members. Well, then I need to adjust my crew, right? Oh, wait, what? Where's my... we have to... Oh, okay, we have to take everybody off. I see. Okay, start... Excuse me? There we go. All right, pull everything off the ship. Pull everything off the ship. This is kind of annoying. Can't do anything there. Can't do anything there. Pull my colors off. Oh god, this is kind of aggravating. Can you shift click? Oh, you're correct. I can. All right, nothing else. Nope, nothing else I can do there. All right, go ahead there. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we can now... All right, so he's our helmsman. Idiot is our navigator. Where are we? We have 4 cannoneer spots now. Holy shit. Maybe I should have saved some of those extra cannons. Fuck. And where's our personal colors? Yep. Here we go. Not you. You're our surgeon. You're one of our deckhands. Aura is also a deckhand. Well, we've got plenty of extra spots now, so Chitubek is going back on deckhand. Eld Engram can stay as one of our cannoneers. Same with Imeni. Hema is our cook. We do need a boatswain. The only person we have for boatswain is Beodul, unfortunately. We need another deckhand, another cannoneer, and then we can put the rest of the resting crew over here. Beodul will suck at it for a while. I mean, it's not much of a choice. Also, oh dear, what is the colors? White and green and green. We want. Oh my god. Is it that one? Hold on. What is? that, and that, and that. Okay. I wish you could just transfer over the colors. So hold on. Third one down on the far right side for the hull color. Accept. And then, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 4 over for the ship name color. Oh, wait. No, is that the... Switch? Oh, God. Yes. 4 and 4. Good. And then sail secondary color. Far right side, third down. Oh, and we'll keep the sail primary color the same. Beodul will suck because he can only get 2. Yeah, because he's already got 2 stars in helmsman, so he's really not going to be that good. You can name the ship? Yes, we do need to name the ship. So our first ship was called the Defiant. Our second ship... What do I want to call you? Ugh. The Rebel? Nah. No, I'm not so... Korgrak? If we were going for a pirate playthrough 10 win, that would be a good one, I'm not gonna lie. The Punting Ogre would be a good one if we were going for a pirate playthrough. But we're staying largely independent, we've got a good relationship with a lot of people. Oh, I've got it. It's from all the mistakes that I made every time I wanted to say Dreadfire instead of Deadfire. I like it. The Dreadfire. Who else do we... Actually, since we're here... supply... Let me see here. We can take another deckhand on board. We don't need a cook. So we'll take the other deckhand and start getting her trained up. Tuliak Longfrost. And then we will... There we go. Oh, good. It already put her in there. So that's 2 more deckhands that we're working towards max stats. We've got 1 cannoneer we're working towards max stats. Ikiuk can work as another one of our cannoneers for now. And I think that's it. We'll just keep putting these in the backup positions. Including you and Birta. Irena. And Mother Sharprock. And Oswald, you can hang out in the port. Because whoop-de-doo. Alright, there we go. The next time we fight somebody and take their cannons, we'll install those on our remaining parts. We are also now broke. We are now broke as fucking shit. This is a problem. Especially because I need some kind of food. Or no, we're good on food. Food is fine. But we need something that isn't water. I might just have to not... You know what? We're just going to be stuck with water for a while. We do have a lot of it. We do have a lot of it. We could sell 1 more exceptional armor set to get some lager. We're going to stick with water for right now because we do have plenty of food. You said to check in with Ferrante now, correct? Proxper Captain. Well, if we run into them, I wouldn't mind that. Alright, so let's go check in with Ferrante, shall we? So much still to do on this island, holy shit. Yeah, unfortunately the daily wages has now gone up. We're also using a lot more water and fresh fruit, unfortunately. Oh dear. There we go. We need to make more money. Like, it kind of feels weird that we've explored this much of the map and we've only just managed to get 1 ship upgrade, essentially. I don't know, it feels weird. Go. Oh, it also occurs to me... Shit, I did just sell off all that equipment. I need to see what his fucking... What are you even equipped with, my dude? A fine padded armor. So we're just going to go ahead and give you an exceptional padded armor to give you a bit of an increase. And then, yeah, I don't even remember what class I made you. Barbarian fighter. Right. So we're probably going to go for another dual wield with you. But we have nothing to really give you, so... you know what? You can have a hatchet. You can have a hatchet and the buckler. There we go. You do have the flail. I like the hatchet. I like the look of the hatchet. I like the look of the hatchet. I like axes. I like axes as, like, fantasy weapons. I really do. We'll just take those. Thank you. Let me see here. All right. Dismiss. We've traveled with Palagina for a bit. Let's go ahead and grab Ader and Jody real fast. And... keep Takehu. Takehu's just been really useful. Much like Haravius, there's kind of no reason not to bring him. Oh. Not this shit again. Maybe next time. I'm not in the mood for it. I don't want to stop them because it would probably piss them off. That is a very dangerous ship. There was a slaver captain around here somewhere. Oh, he fucking got away from me. I'm gonna track you down later, buddy. He's not named, but free loot is free loot. Alright, let's check in with Dunnage. Was that the only quest I have here? Hold on. Hold on. Eothas, the bounty, travel to the ruins, Matario Cozy. 6 crates, return to Captain Ferrante, return to the Valian headquarters. Return to Atsura. Yep. Yep, report progress to either Atsura or Governor Alvari. Food source for the gullet. Bring Maya to the Brasset. Right, we have to go back there with her. Look for Alafa and Hasango. Head to Sayuka. Huh. Wait, what? Asked me to survey of the uncharted islands of the dead. This time he pointed me to the island surrounding the Hawana village of Tikawara. He claims of 3 islands forming a rough approximation of a triangle. Yeah, swampy island just southeast of Dekataka and equipped effectively with hostile vessels. Found an Iguithan ruin dedicated to the goddess Wodika. Oh, wait. What? But it said it was a triangle. Yeah, Barrett's Peace. That's one we found. Then there was the subterranean temple over here, Magistrate's Landing. Oh, it's this one where this asshole's hanging out. No. It is a triangle between these 3. It's just that this is what we didn't get to. So we're probably going to have to either deal with this guy or fly the flag of the Principi in order to sneak past him. But we will deal with that after we do this. Shame. That's what I need to do to continue the rest of that quest. Okay. It also seems, from the way it's been doing it, because he had us explore over here, and then there's these 3 over here, so I imagine that each quadrant of the map, of which there probably is, I think, 4 more, because these aren't quite a quarter of the map, so there's probably 4 more, so about right there would be 2 more quadrants, and then the upper 2 most here. I imagine he's got parts of his quest for each of those as well. That would be my guess. All right, the only thing I need to do is go back to the Balefire Beacon. I still have Seraphim in my party, right? Hold on. Yes, I still have Seraphim in my party. Okay, good. Good. And then we're gonna... no. No. Put Adair in the front, please. Let's get him leveled up. Athletics and Intimidate. Let me see. What do we want to grab? Adept Evasion, Tumbling, Persistent Distraction. +1 enemy engaged. And enemies engaged by the rogue are distracted. Oh, that's good. They automatically count as flanked and they take a -5 to their perception? That's amazing. Fuck yes. As for the rest of your abilities... Oh... Large shields don't... doesn't really matter. I already grabbed him the Arquebus one. He doesn't really use two-handed weapons. We'll just grab the large shield just in case. Alright. Can you believe there's an empty seat? There's more than one empty seat now. At least I think there was. We killed another one of them, didn't we? Goldfin, Mare. Why does it have me walk around? Two-eyed Pim. No, we've only killed... Right, we've only killed Benwith. We've only killed Benwith. Okay. Let's go. Oh, Jody. Right. Almost forgot. Alchemy and religion. Let me see here. Do we want to grab Pillar of Holy Fire? It is a fire AoE that she could cast. Does have good penetration. Martial Caster, Quick Summoning, neither of which really affect us. I mean, I guess +1 penetration with fire effects. Let me see here. Divine Mark already has a penetration of 9. Pillar of Holy Flame has a penetration of 7, so that would go up to 10 and 8 respectively. Searing Seal is also decent there. Maybe. Allows the caster to shape area of effect spells modifying the area and power level. Pillar of Fire. Yeah, I'm thinking of Pillar of Holy Fire. It's just a nice straightforward additional AoE that she can use. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need that. I guess we could grab... She is using a dagger, so we can go ahead and grab the dagger. That's fine. Alright, hello, Captain Ferrante. What is that? Nobility. Resistance to Constitution effects when above 50% health. Cool. Zealous Endurance armor rating. Why do we have Zealous Endurance on? I use the accuracy one. Pallegina uses the endurance one. I've got this set up. Why does it change it?
Gellarde, such a solace it is to see you again.
I've obtained information on Rivan from Messier's tomb. He rubs his hands together expectant, and his dark eyes glimmer.
Well, share and share, as is the law of the coast.
I've spoken with Ysir. His brows hoist high upon his forehead.
Meaning what? But at last, you were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed?
Ysir had become a death guard in the service of Bareth. We exchanged words.
A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must, of course, presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us.
I mean, you say terrible, but quite frankly, he's been more diplomatic and welcoming than 90% of the people I've run into in the Deadfire. And by the standards of undead, he's been practically a gentleman. So, quite frankly, I had a very pleasant conversation with him. I really didn't have any issues at all.
Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors?
Indeed. Ysir tracked Rivan after she too became a death guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. The captain strokes his chin, his gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
Gain moderate positive reputation, gain the upright captain's belt, immune to push and pull effects, +1 to constitution, and grants hold fast. Grants concentration upon combat start. Very nice. Ferrante clears his throat, then he tugs on the frilled cuffs of his sleeves, his posture more rigid than usual.
A matter of a rather delicate nature has arisen. One which I believe could benefit from your, let us say, expertise. An associate of mine is in need of a favor.
He raises his brows pointedly. Welcome back, Brown Bear. We just returned to Captain Ferrante. We updated him on the Death Guard situation.
A favor that necessitates a great deal of discretion. See to this for me, and I will weight you with a considerable amount of coin.
Why the need for such discretion, Captain?
It involves something of a sensitive topic among the Principi. I'll explain further once I can trust you're fully committed.
And who might this associate be, Captain?
A wealthy and influential man. What more do you need to know?
And what exactly would I be doing?
My associate conducts dealings with a group of traders of a sort. The traders are having a bit of trouble with their newest stock.
Ferrante. I certainly hope that this is not who I think it is. You can trust me, Captain. What am I dealing with?
First, swear it. I have your word on pain of death, amico.
He's got to know by now that you're not a mook. No, I'm not, but... Okay, hold on. What exactly... I'll explain further once I know you're fully committed. A favor that necessitates a great deal of discretion. See to this for me, I'll weight you with considerable amount of coin. Matter of a rather delicate nature has arisen, one which I believe could benefit from your expertise. An associate of mine is in need of a favor. 3. Yeah, no.
Guano.
He grins darkly.
Then you're to head to Crookspur Island, where you'll meet with Master Kua.
He clears his throat.
He runs the biggest slaver's port in the Deadfire. However, they've run afoul of the locals. So now, their trade routes are under constant ambush.
And where would this Crookspur be located, Captain Ferrante? I have a powerful need to know. Seraphin's mouth opens slightly. Vertigo tickles the edge of your thought, as if you were peering over the edge of the world. The Principi work with slavers? Oh, there's actually... slavery is illegal in the Deadfire. The region is too vast to be adequately policed. Slavers operate at the fringes of contested waters and are quick to take advantage of isolated Huana tribes or foreign ships in trouble. Yeah, and I mean, let's be also very honest. The Raparu caste system kind of is essentially state-sanctioned or tribal-sanctioned slavery to a certain extent. Let's not dwell too much on that. Wanted you to go to Ferrante just so you'd be informed about this other side. Yeah. The Principi work with slavers, Captain.
Excellent goddamned question, Cap.
The Orlan's bald fists shake at his sides.
No, it is my associate who does that dealing.
He pins you with a pointed look.
My opinion on the trade is of little matter. It is legal, unlike many of our own activities.
No, it's not. We literally just read that it's not, Ferrante. Ferrante, it's one thing when you skirt the truth with me. I expect that. You're a captain, you're a pirate. It comes with the territory. But if you just start lying to my face, I'm going to start getting angry.
Since when be the fucking laws of Kith of any goddamn concern to the likes of us?
Don't worry, Captain. I'll handle it.
Flogging fuck.
Seraphin, trust me on this. Seraphin growls, his nostrils flaring above a curled lip and crooked teeth. An ice-cold slither of loathing and betrayal slides between your ribs and into the space between your lungs. Seraphin turns away, and the feeling fades.
I knew I could count on you. Here, I'll mark Crookspur on your charts.
Slavery is illegal, selling and buying isn't illegal. There's not much of a fucking difference, Tedwin, and we all know that.
When you get there, speak with Master Kua. Tell him I've sent you, and he'll fill you in on what he needs.
If Master Kua needs anything other than immediate genocide of the island of all slavers, we're gonna have a problem. Because that's the only thing I'm going to be doing there. Thank you for letting me know where these guys are. It's a pleasure working with you, Ferrante. A real pleasure. He also gave me no money for that, which is unfortunate, because we really need the fucking cash.
You have my ear, Cass.
No, nothing from you. We should... Hold on. Let's double check with Ferrante, make sure we're not missing anything.
How is the sea treating you, Watcher?
Oh! Speaking of which, the sword was Rivan's. She was charged with protecting it, though I feel you already know that given the history of the Principi.
Yet by some means you have acquired it. How remarkable. Ah, I know these symbols.
As Ferrante examines the sword, he sucks in a sharp breath.
This is the Burning Palace, see? The symbol represents the Dokotsi family, which means you are in possession of the royal sword of Gran Vaelia, the Engoliero do Esbirs, ac?
His face flushes with excitement, and he endeavors to unsheath the sword, arms trembling from the effort, but at last a stab of dismay cuts across his face.
But it appears to be sealed tight. Perhaps we might use this to bargain with Rivan, should we ever chance a meeting with her.
Almost reluctantly, he hands it back to you.
Come, let us share a fine conversation. Ak had good...
Yeah, we should talk to Seraphim. No, don't. Just... Why can I not... Game? What the... Whoa, what the fuck? How the fuck did I... What the fuck? Why is the console open? Okay, there we go. Oh, what the fuck did I push? Seraphim glares openly, hands on his hips, and spits at his feet as you approach.
Don't be having a whole lot of rules, Captain Watcher. Really only got the one.
And what is that?
I don't slave. Nor be your servant on any cog-swabbing ship that does. Savvy? Do it again, and I shove off.
I haven't been slaving, and I just needed the information on how to get to Croxburg.
You've been helping them though, ain't you? Just as good as doing yourself. As for the Principe, they'd be my problem to deal with.
I really wish there was an option here to be like, we just needed to know where they are. Trust me, we're not going to be helping them. I take it you have an issue with slaving.
Oh, I don't know, Cap. Maybe they'd be fucking slaving. Didn't realize not slaving were the type of standard Swabby had to justify.
I'm not asking you to justify Seraphim, but this is going quite a bit beyond that given the notion of things. You're acting far closer to how I respond to these things. The difference is that I know not to just go around shouting at people. Why is it I'm the only one in this goddamn party who knows how to keep their mouth shut half the time? Apologies, Seraphim. Trust me, it won't happen again. Believe you me.
Ears open, you don't.
He sighs and swigs from a sack at his side and turns away. Did that actually hurt my... Hold on. Oh, God, it's... I can't... Okay, hold on. Can we maneuver through here? There we go. Yes, he didn't like that. So that counteracted that, so that's fine. I think he'll like it once we kill everyone there. Don't worry, Seraphim. Don't worry. This is not going to go well for those people. Doesn't much appreciate the subtle method. I can understand that. That's why I wish there was a way to just be like, dude, I was literally just going along with it because Ferrante asked. Trust me, we're not actually going to be helping them. Can we supply anything? Find a dared meat. That's way too fucking expensive. Everything is too expensive now. We've used up all of our money. Leave by sea. Croxburg and options there are quite fun. Well, it's going to involve a lot of dead slavers, Tenwin, so... Yeah, it's probably going to be real fun. Oh. Here you've got a deal going on with Fronte to muck around with the mess on Croxburg Island. Before you go sailing into that Crockrot's bidding, come and have a chat with me, will you? I've got a proposition for you I think you'll find wickedly enticing. I'll reserve a berth for the Deadfire at Fort Deadlight Docks. Your most ruthless but trustful friend. Bring some more candied nuts, you know how I like them. God damn it. I guess I need to see if I have candied nuts, or we need to go take a stop off in the Brass Citadel real fast. I don't think we do, because I think we gave her those extra ones earlier. I believe... Nope. Shit. Also, I don't think you've spoken much with Seraphim on the ship either, as he doesn't get proper dialogue until you did Fort Deadlight. Oh, okay. I guess we'll deal with that. Is that... that fucking slaver captain is gone. I don't see him anywhere around here. Fort Deadlight's down there. Okay, we need to take a quick stop off at Nekataka anyways to grab the candied nuts that Adis likes, and then we will continue from there. May as well explore a little bit down here. See how things pop off. Deadfire Merchant, Deadfire Merchant. Also, where is Croxburg? It's up here? Ah, there it is. Oh, Hassango is between us and them. Okay, so we might have to deal with that. That is true. I guess we could we should talk to people. Let's go talk to people right now. Let's see. Beodil, Mirka. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, this is much nicer as far as size goes. Sailor hops happily. Tekehu, you got anything?
Well, what do I owe the pleasure?
What can you tell me about water shaping?
The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift since
yes, you've said that part.
Swept our way of life out to sea. Too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati.
Okay, so you've already told me about that part.
I joined crew. Worthless now, Arkamir.
Maya, do you have
orders,
anything?
Captain?
No, and probably won't until after we do the first quest with him.
If you be having a tick, Cap, I'll be thinking that, if I be dragging you into these depths, you deserve the full sounding.
This is about Romaro, I take it. I'm happy to listen.
When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea, it were Romaro that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he, kept his weather eye open for me.
He plucks at the fur on his elbow.
The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnage, our ship hunter, she were all, wet and bothered for doing me harm, and Romaro. He protected me, mentored me too, learned me letters and navigation, handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family.
How did Romaro end up in trouble with the Principi then?
Right, fantastic fucking question, Cap.
He scowls and plants a closed fist in an open palm.
Word out were mutiny. But I'll be putting about as much stock in that as a dockside doxy for manners. Well, no, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romaro, I'll be hunting the truth.
You've told me a lot about the two of you interacting, but not much about him himself.
Fair. He be of old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, more than half handy at it.
Okay, so he was the ship doctor. He smiles and rubs his upper right
More
arm.
than one swabby be on the old salt of deferral from the wheel.
I'll have to be very frank with you, Seraphin. The way you've described him and talked about him, were you romantically involved?
Why, Cap? You be feeling a bit of the old envy?
He grins, bumping his eyebrows twice in quick succession. No, just honestly asking for clarification.
Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but, like I said, we be family. He never took advantage.
No, that's good. That speaks well to his character, which leads me to believe that you're speaking the truth as far as him not having fucked over anybody that would lead to him wanting to run like this. So why did this Malnage want to hurt you?
Well, only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offense.
I promised you, Seraphin. We'll find him.
Thanks, Cap. I'll be holding you to it. Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
No, we will not be flirting with Seraphin. We already... I'm pretty sure we... This isn't... Yeah.
Right, poxy or
Thank you. I'm glad you shared that.
Do
Yep.
right by it, and I won't be regretting it.
Tell me about yourself, Seraphin.
I've no use for regrets, Cap. Sink in sorrow for every innocent that dies in your stead, and you'll never be sailing forward.
I know you won't, but Seraphin is open to casual sex. I mean, I'm not surprised. He literally just even said, like, yeah, if Romaro had showed interest, I wouldn't have cared. Like, it would have been fine with me. Like, okay, Seraphin, you do you, buddy. I'd like to ask you about the Principi.
Ain't a subject I much feel like speaking on at the moment. Mayhaps some other time, aye?
Alright, I guess our reputation is not quite high enough with him. Let's go down. Let's go see what the ship looks like below decks now. You're really a jack of all sparrows in a 4-foot package? Yeah.
I'll handle this.
Oh,
Yes.
the steward still doesn't want to talk. It's annoying.
Watcher, tell me what's on your mind?
How are you feeling? Any recent nightmares?
Always. Not a day or night goes by that I don't glimpse the darkness. But that's all right. It calls to me. My duty and my God. It knows.
Oh no, that's only his dialogue once you start the slave side quest. He's normally forthcoming about the Principi. Ah.
I got a wildness in my blood, Watcher.
Let's speak of something else.
You need me, I'll be too whoop.
Yep, I'm sure you will. Sure you will. Alright, our cabin is a little bit bigger now. Everybody's down here. Oh.
Do you have any duties on board this ship?
Yes, I help scrub the deck and mend the sails and pour the grog and all sorts of things.
I wonder if you are small enough to fit down the bore of an Imperial long gun.
I don't know. Why?
Well, someone has to clean them.
Alagina. Vela is very helpful, thank you very much. She's doing her work. You don't need to try and come up with work for her, thank you very much. And quite frankly, We are not shoving a child inside of a cannon.
Watcher, you only have to ask.
Nope, nothing else from them. El Gungun, Nozi, Ameni,
Let's get a
Constantine.
move on.
Yeah, nothing else from him.
Casita,
Oh.
I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Facina folds her arms and
I have
glowers.
not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
There's no reason to thank me. Just keep doing your job and work for me. We'll get along swimmingly.
Perhaps not, but I wish to do so all the same.
Yeah. Also, we have the brushes for cleaning them. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of those really long brushes that they have with cannons, is that's how you swab out the inside.
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive.
She winces.
Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer.
Sita has a sexy portrait. The issue is her posture and personality is a bit of a downer. Yeah, I can see that. She kind of has that. It's interesting. A lot of the female Valians kind of have that side eye kind of look to them. Obviously, Palagina's current portrait does not, but her older portrait, where she's kind of glancing down at the camera, really had it, as you all remember from when we first encountered her, because, god damn, that original portrait is fucking good.
In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
What did you want to learn that only Arkemir could be the one to teach you?
What a question.
Facina clucks her tongue on the roof of her mouth and nods.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath.
Honestly, that makes a lot of sense.
I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined.
I think that's what every Archmage thinks is the case. I'm not so sure it's reality.
Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Given the nature of a lot of the Archmages specializing in very specific spells, I do think that they each hold secrets of magic that the others don't, but I don't think it's that they all, that one of them knows more than the others. It's more that each of them is specialized in a way that the others aren't. They just think that their specialization is more important than everybody else's, because of course they do. Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
Any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
Any thoughts on our fellow companions?
Seraphin has a large heart, but he hides it under foul language. This is something I can understand.
Does she have more lines?
Shoti is like a beautiful tree with poisoned roots. Her smile is the bark which hides the rot.
You know, up until recently, I would have disagreed, but I think you're completely fucking right, Facina. Good on you for being able to spot that before pretty much anybody else would have.
I do not hate Tekehu for his arrogance. I only hate that he deserves it. Keep an eye on Maya. I'll say no more than that.
No, I'm in complete agreement there.
Always Constantine hovers over me, asking to recommend him exciting books, as if I would ever touch fiction.
Oh. He's just trying to be friendly. Just, you know, try not to be too angry at him.
In Palagina, I see a little something of myself, but she takes it to an unhealthy place. Without leadership and a mission, I think she would cease to exist.
You're not wrong. Still trying to make up for my fuck-ups in the first adventure. Yep.
Your friend Aloth carries himself with confidence, but to me he seems like a small animal in search of shelter.
You know, Facina's really reading these people pretty damn well.
In Palagina,
No, we've seen that.
Your
Seen
friend
that.
Seraphim
Seen that.
has
Seen that.
Keep an eye. I do not hate. In Palagina, I do not hate Shoti.
No comments
is
on
like
Adir. Funny. Let's see what we got
Greetings
here.
again. Do you require my expertise?
I wanted to talk about your work as an
I cannot
animator.
promise a dissertation. but I'll happily discourse upon.
What is your
I'm
specific
surprised
area
you
of
haven't
study?
read my work. As an apprentice, I focused on at the time.
Yeah, we saw that.
It seemed more difficult than I thought it should be. Afterwards, my interest turned to the theoretical. Before shifting just so. From there, I moved on to work in metamortality, which
Yeah, we've seen that part.
brings us to the
Okay, so there's nothing new. Did you ask Facina about herself? Oh, you're right. I'm curious about you, Facina.
I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Have you ever aspired to reach the rank of Archmage yourself?
Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other.
That is a very fair point.
If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best kept secret in Eora. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I would agree that you wouldn't want to advertise it, but if you are going to contribute something that greatly to the magical studies, you should probably at least try to make sure that there's a way so that when you're dead, it gets published. That'll at least avoid all the politicking.
Facina's mirthless laugh. Facina's prickling pox. No, I have it. Facina's withering glare. I like the sound of that.
Okay, I admit that would be a pretty cool spell. How did you even end up in Arkamir's employ anyways?
Being a part of the circle has its little perks, but also some headache-inducing responsibilities. At least one member must always watch over the Deadfire and see that matters do not fall into total disarray.
I have the distinct feeling that this whole, oh, we need to watch over the world is actually just a way for the Archmages to give each other space so they don't constantly try to kill one another.
Arkamir wanted the job about as much as he wanted to lance a boil on his deflated scrotum. But the alternative was giving stewardship to Maura.
And who's
No one
which
in
one's
the
Maura?
circle trusted her with the archipelago.
What did they have against Maura?
With trading companies dividing up the islands, they didn't think a Huana could stay detached. They also hate tentacle magic.
Of course a Huana came up with tentacle magic. Of course that means a Huana came up with tentacle magic because of fucking Ngadi and Andra. Ugh.
During the changing of the guard, while a handful of imps loaded Arkamir's ship for the journey south, I stowed away in a dresser.
That sounds incredibly dangerous given what we know about
Once we
Arkamir.
were at sea, I made my presence known. A dozen imps tore at my hair and pushed me towards the railing. When Arkamir saw me struggle, he didn't step in to help. He just gave me work.
You do not want to know what made someone interested in that subject specifically? Yeah, I don't think we want to know. I don't think we want to meet this woman. Nope.
I did what I could to make myself useful. Stitched the sails, disciplined the imps. That one impressed him most of all. By the end of the voyage, I had the little stinkers saluting me as I passed.
Facina cracks her knuckles and grins at the
When
memory.
we made port in Neketaka, he introduced me as his apprentice and installed me at the cupboard for a life of clerical drudgery. You know the rest.
I must admit, you and Berteno did not seem especially well paired. Constantine edges a bit closer. When he catches you looking his way, he frantically motions for you not to say anything.
I was searching for a life beyond the cupboard, and that handsome oaf was blessed with a silver tongue. Came in handy when he was licking the boots of his creditors.
I guess Constantine made the mistake of asking about this subject as well.
I don't regret our time together. That was just a different Facina.
I mean, given how Facina's been acting, yes, I'm pretty sure she made sure that her former boyfriend made a very effective use of that tongue, Tenwin. Pressing her lips into a tight line, she turns to Constantine.
What are you looking at? Go back to rearranging your massage oils or whatever it is you do here.
Aye, Casita.
Constantine salutes her sarcastically and turns away, a sly grin spreading on his face. What exactly do you want to do with your magical education, then?
I have always dreamed of opening a magic shop in Neketaka.
Facina sighs wistfully and looks off into the distance, pushing a lock of hair past her ear.
That was a joke.
She grins back at you.
When I set out on this path, I discovered quickly that magic is all tied up in grammar, precision, and insufferable rules.
I mean, that would explain the grimoires and the constant need to refer to them when using spells, yes.
Take a grimoire, for example. Misplace an accent mark over a rune, all the logic of a spell collapses around it.
Huh. It also occurs to me that explains why mages can only memorize so many spells through the level up process and gaining in skills. Because you could, if they're that precise and complex, it would make sense that you'd only be able to hold certain ones in your mind Ones that you had practiced over and over and over again thousands of times. Indeed. Yeah, indeed. What is it about? Yeah.
And you'd prefer something more ill-defined. Why, exactly?
Aloth, let her talk. I let you ramble on whenever you want to. I'm just asking about her magical system. When ciphers form a society, they solve crimes. When wizards do it, they infight and abuse their apprentices. To be fair, that's also because when ciphers usually don't form societies because they tend to be naturally distrustful. I mean, if you can look into people's minds and see their emotions and potential thoughts and constantly see some of the worst shit that people ever imagine, you're probably not in a hurry to go teaming up with other people who can do that. It also must be remembered that until the wars with the Glenfathans, ciphers were not a organized group at all and were largely rare in most other societies, since most ciphers, probably without any means to control their powers, went fucking crazy over time. It seems that only a handful of very outskirts groups had ciphers that were learning their abilities, and that is only just now within the last basically about half century to a century or so in game universe, broken into the mainstream of magical disciplines and thoughts, probably alongside with animancy gaining in power, or not power, but gaining in acceptance in places like Valia. I imagine once that happened and they realized that ciphers were essentially natural animancers, that there was a great uptick in interest. Go on.
I don't want to break the rules of magic, but I want to rewrite some of them. Loosen them up so that any sharp mind can take up the study.
I mean, to a certain extent, that's kind of already the case. It's just a matter of the willingness to put in the time to memorize everything that gets you to a even higher power level.
The Circle would hate that, wouldn't they? If they could not reinforce their superiority over the rest of us, they might even disband.
Basina chews her thumbnail and smiles. Now, you see, that I think might be a problem, because from the sound of it, the only reason the Circle doesn't cause more of a problem for other people is because they're constantly causing problems for themselves. A dozen archmages suddenly let loose upon the world with nothing better to do than their own aggrandizement sounds like a fucking horrible idea. You must have some thoughts about Aothus and the other gods.
You assume a great deal, Casita. When they are not striding across an island, the gods concern me about as much as Eora's moons.
Facina shrugs. Well, you're in good company
Religion
then.
was never very important to me. I do not expect that to change now that the gods have revealed their petty, narrow-minded ways.
Why are you the one that we get this option for? There's so many people we could be telling this to, and she's the one we finally say it to? Are you aware the gods are artificial?
I heard a member of your crew whispering of this, but I am pleased to have it confirmed.
Facina narrows her eyes and looks off to the
Knowing
distance.
this forbidden truth, does it change anything for you?
Quite frankly, I simply no longer take the gods at their word.
Perfetto.
Facina gives a slow, mirthless applause.
If the gods are not as legitimate as we once assumed, does this make them any less our gods? Does it make your Ardra Colossus retrace his steps back to Cad Nua?
No, but it puts everything that they do into an entirely different context, Facina. And once you realize that context, you start to realize just how fucked everything is. And also that you just kind of don't really need to listen to them unless they directly contact you, quite frankly. Unfortunately, given the position I'm in, they do directly contact me. Frequently. Unfortunately.
As far as revelations go, this one is not very poignant for me. Maybe I'm just the wrong audience. Nothing takes me by surprise.
Facina shrugs.
Ask away, Casita.
Alright, can we try to communicate with Reke? Oh. Apparently not. Never mind. Aloth. We've asked him that. There's nothing new there.
What's on your mind?
And nothing new from them. I was hoping for more. Well, I mean, we have a quest for Adir, so he's obviously not going to get an update until then, but I was expecting Aloth would have started talking a bit more by now, I would have thought. But yeah, it's a bit weird that that's the only NPC we've really brought that up. Also, I admit, I do love the default color that they gave us, because I do like the green and white on our sails. It's actually very nice. Where is it supposed to say our ship name? Isn't it supposed to say it somewhere on the front? I don't see it anywhere. That's a shame. Oh well. What were we doing? I don't remember. Nekataka, I think. Is that where we were headed? The fire merchant, Reek the Red. Song goes up there. You can tell they only wrote that for Facina because she's the only one who took it so mildly. Yep. Nuts for Eldis and then Eldis. Yep. So turn in stuff at Nekataka. Yep. We might want to take a quick run-in with the Valians as well to let them know everything has worked out there. Oh, before we go ashore. I mean, if we're going to talk to them anyways, let's go ahead and bring Pallegina and Maya so that we talk to everybody at once. Although, if that's the case, we should probably leave Tekehu today. We'll go ahead and take Aloth. Go ahead and arrive at the... That's weird. I thought... Strange that we can't just teleport straight to the Valian HQ. Huh. Oh, yes, it has been a while since we've had Aloth in the party. He's got some high insight. There we go. High arcana. Increases the power level of scrolls. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We have an additional spell. He's already got Death Ring, which is a faux AoE and destroyed. Destroying those near death. Very nice. Got Ninagaus Freezing Pillar. Chain Lightning is also a good one. Very good on the damage. Martial Caster, Quick Summoning, Spell Resistance. I feel like spell shaping would actually be really useful for him since he's a pure wizard. He's got all the magical implements handled. He's got the rapier handled. We'll go ahead and grab small shield in case we want to give him a buckler or something to go with that rapier. How are we set up right now? Oh dear God, that layout is atrocious. Okay, Pallegina in front, Maya and Aloth in the rear. And we'll keep the bird near me and Seraphin in the middle. What is this? Oh, cannonballs. I'll take those. Valian Trade Company's down here. We're going to have to wait till daytime, I'm pretty sure, because they don't let us in at night. Alright, I forgot that there's no way to get to them from over there. Have I done a quest for you?
My little privateer. You have news for me?
Okay, yeah. She wanted me to attack, I think actually it was... Oh yeah, they don't want to let me in. Are you going to get pissed if I unlock the door just because I can? You're probably going to get pissed, so I'm going to quick save real fast. Nope, you didn't care. Thank you for the free experience. We will now wait for the morning. Never say no to free experience. Alright. Oh, Maya's not going to like this. Oh well. I'm just kind of... I'm trying to please everybody, which means my companions don't like it very much because I just keep coming up with shit to do. Where is he? Stairs, governor's office. There we go. Oh. The guard nods a polite greeting.
Welcome back. Governor Alvari will see you.
All right, thank you. There we go.
Ah, good, you're back. I hope you had a pleasant voyage.
I found your Adra
Ah. Before you get too far on the way, I think you ought to come with me. Director Castol will want to hear from you in person.
Okay. It has been way too long since we've been here because I don't even remember all of these people. The man who rises to greet you has a tidy, scholarly bearing, only emphasized by the thin-framed lenses he pushes further up his nose. He clasps his hands together, offering you a smile, equal parts polite and relieved. This is the first time you met him? Oh, okay.
Alvari tells me you were kind enough to look into this business on Pococahara for us. I hope you bring good news.
The Adra Pillar was corrupted and your expedition lost, but I did manage to restore and cleanse it. It should be safe to harvest.
Incredible. You see? What fortune you had to find a watcher, Alvari. An Adra vein of that size will go a long way, We need only send a ship.
Assuming we can replace the people we lost. I notice Beza is not with you. Did you find any sign of the expedition?
I'm afraid your expedition died in the ruins of Pococohara. The defenses were too much for them. A variety of Ingwithan
A
designs.
sorry end for such dedicated individuals. How very fortunate that you lived to tell their tale. I believe I can take things from here, Alvari. Agrasima. The Watcher and I have more business to discuss. Oh, and do pay the man for his trouble first.
Yes, please, I need money. Alvari wordlessly hands you a coin purse. She bows stiffly and then turns to depart. 1700 copper. That literally has doubled our money. Thank you.
I thought it best I speak with you face to face. Watchers are not so numerous here in the Deadfire, especially those of such storied backgrounds as yourself.
Oh, you've heard of me.
I'd read much about your exploits alongside the Crucible Knights in Defiance Bay. Their little experiments.
That's one way to put it. I would say gross misuse of their power and experience that led to a shift in the Order that forced them to return to their roots. But yeah, that's one way to put it.
I think that we are, each of us, in a position to offer each other something that we cannot find elsewhere. The Valiant Trading Company has had a presence on this island for nearly a century now. We have the greatest fleet on the seas, the support of the richest men and women in the world.
I mean, that doesn't really... My friend, you are mistaking grand accomplishments with any kind of legitimacy. They are not the same thing, especially when you're in another nation's waters.
What can the Royal Deadfire Company offer? A soldier's wages, so that you can elevate the fortunes of a distant king?
No, you would rather that I take your slightly higher wages for the fortunes of 5 specific dukes of the Valian Republics.
And the Queen? A place in the Kahanga tribe among all the rest of these neglected people. You've lived outside the caste system all these years. Are you eager to return to it?
I do like that they actually address that since my character is from the Deadfire.
I can give you money, fame, certainly. But the men and women of the company, we set our aims high. And if I only wanted to offer you work as an Adra inspector, I would have let Alvari deal with you.
But isn't Adra what your company is after?
Yes, of course. But consider the luminous Adra is only valuable because of what it can offer those who consume it. The Valiant Trading Company has maintained an outpost here in Nekataka for nearly a century now. It was only 2 years ago that we discovered the effects of luminous Adra with the aid of our animancers and several watchers.
Several watchers? Okay, now that's interesting.
Flaune Alette has continued to study the potential of luminous Adra in all manner of advances. Why content ourselves to sell all this Adra as a luxury when we might use it to change the world? But of course you understand all of this. Alette sent word of your involvement in her latest experiment.
Of course. The trading company is interested in teleportation. Mainly because if they weren't in control of such a technology, it could spell the doom of the Valian Republics and destroy their monopoly on a large number of trade resources.
A very dramatic first attempt, I hear. Though Alette has a tendency to gloss over details. But I want to hear it from you.
It would make trade way easier, but if the Valians are not the first ones to discover it, Tenwin, it could threaten anything and everything that they've built over the last 3 centuries. It is the greatest opportunity and potentially the greatest danger to their existence as a nation. It's an existential threat from their perspective. If they don't control the portal technology, if they don't control the ability to teleport, it could single-handedly destroy their nation's economy. It would be a grand upset of the entire economic status quo of all of Aora. And worse, that's just assuming the trade implications. Could you imagine if the Rautaians got a hold of teleportation and started using it for their military? And that's, or to look at it from the opposite perspective, the Hawana are only able to maintain control of the parts of the Deadfire that they have right now because of the strength of their Stormcasters and their fleet. What happens if the enemy could just teleport onto the islands and bypass both? My soul was sent into the beyond, specifically into Rimmergan's realm.
You'll put the priest into a frenzy with talk like that. Communion with the gods is their business.
Well, then they quite frankly suck at it because the gods keep wanting to talk to me and I'm getting kind of annoyed by it. Despite the levity in his voice, Castle regards you with a gloomy regret.
A near-death experience does little to recommend Alet's efforts. I am glad you are in one piece, Watcher. We are in the early days of Alet's research. Flawed as this outing was, there is promise there. This is only the start, you know. The very dawn of a new age of discovery. But just imagine.
Castle spreads his hands. His eyes, behind his spectacles, are fever bright with enthusiasm. You know, I'm starting to have the distinct feeling that Theos might have been paying attention to the wrong group. He was so concerned with the Deerwood and what was going on over there. Meanwhile, we've got the Valians working on teleportation technology.
Imagine if we could transport goods and people more quickly than any vessel or horse. Cure every kind of ailment. Perhaps cure disease altogether. We'll extend our lifespans by decades, maybe even centuries one day. This has all been the work of a single outpost. I want there to be a dozen outposts, 100. Animancers working together to better our lives. Look at what we have left behind. Old Valia is a battlefield at constant war with itself. But the republics have risen from that past. We can rise farther still.
There's a lot of high-mindedness here that I understand the sentiment, but also all it screams in the background is Valia will control the world if they have the ability to be the ones to implement this technology.
And in doing so, we will raise all of Aora with us.
Belfetto!
Pelagina's outburst is restricted to a single word, but her gaze is riveted to the director. For a moment, you can see the blue flames of zeal flickering once more in the depths of her eyes. See, I kind of like Castle, as he is very much a man who sees the most potential in what Kith could do. He's a bit naive about it, but he's oddly admirable. He's the counterpart to the Rautayan diplomat that we got the mission from originally. The one who is very much like, the one who seems to be an earnest believer in, we are helping the Hawana, we are helping the people of the Deadfire. What we do is a grand mission of peace and prosperity that will uplift everyone. It's the same feeling. Both sides have people who believe that what they're doing is for the good of everyone. I'm just not sure. For one thing, I'm not sure how surface level those thoughts are. They could just be spouting the rhetoric for the sake of recruiting me. I don't know for sure if they truly believe it, though I'm willing to give this guy, Castle, the benefit of the doubt, same with the Rautayan diplomat, that they seem to be thinking that way. The problem is, again, is that in both sides' cases, they are not the rulers of their nations. They are very much members of it, who belong to power bases and hierarchies who have their own reasons to support these ideals. Ideals that don't always line with what their stated goals are. Funnily enough, in some ways, the Queen of Nekataka is more honest than either of them. She is the ruler of her people. If she says, yes, this is what I want, and these are the reasons behind it, I'm more inclined to believe that that's actually how she would govern, as opposed to people like, no offense to Castle, who are not the leaders of the Valian republics, and quite frankly, there is no singular leader of the Valians anyways. The Valians are a coalition of city-states. The 5 dukes are the rulers, and quite frankly, I don't trust their benevolence in such matters. Again, control of this kind of technology has the potential to put Valia as the supreme power of Aora. These are lofty goals, Castle.
Yes, but achievable, I think. I may not live to see it, but I will see the groundwork done. But I've said enough. Too much, I think. There will be more experiments to come. Until then, I have a more grounded task I need assistance with. Nothing that should put your spirit in any danger.
No, probably just my body, because that's always how these things go.
Nekataka sees its share of smuggling. I doubt that would surprise anyone. But we've learned of a particular exchange that will have more dire effects than a few spoiled Hawana peasants.
Oh? To tell.
There is a Royal Deadfire Company official by the name of Quarno, who has been meeting in secret with one of the Principi. I do not believe he works with the approval of his masters.
Given that the Deadfire has pretty much said that the royal company has pretty much said that they don't ever want to work with the Principi, yeah, that's understandable.
You meet with a Captain Tola, a known pirate and smuggler. I hope I don't have to tell you that an alliance between a crooked royal official and the Principi is not the kind of trouble any of us need. I have a woman, Britza, waiting in the luminous bathhouse in Periki's Overlook. The smugglers do business there, and she has kept an eye on things. I promise to send assistance. Find her, and she will tell you what she knows.
Why not just tell the Royal Deadfire Company? It may even gain a bit of favor between the two of you if you worked out a way to root out their corruption. You have Takehu with you here. When Castle says Hawana peasants, Takehu comments the Hawana have no peasants. Yeah, glances at the report. I would actually say it's worse. They're not peasants. Peasants have some level of freedom. The Raparu are serfs. They are essentially state-sanctioned slaves in a certain way. Or at least just one step above it.
Telling you amounts to much the same, no? Someone has to put a stop to things.
Good thing that someone is us. Rawatai black powder is worth its weight in Adra out here.
I have some additional questions for you first.
Of course. Best to go in prepared.
Why are you helping the Royal Deadfire Company then in the first place? If you're not willing to talk to them, but you are willing to help with the corruption, seems to me that flies in the face of Valia's usual options, shall we say, in such regard.
The discipline of the royal officers isn't really what any of this is about. I'm more concerned about the pirates. In this particular case, the companies share an enemy.
That is true. I suppose there's also an element of national pride here. I can't imagine the Valian republics much like the fact that the Principi were founded by the aristocracy of old Valia.
A fine Valian woman. Steady temperament. Good sense. The bathhouse sees an enormous number of patrons every day. It is a useful place to have a set of eyes and ears on hand.
Less respect, worse food, fully expected to willingly starve to death if there's a famine, worse living quarters, less personal belongings, all combined with the lack of personal freedom that comes from a caste system. Yep. Do you know anything else about these smugglers?
Only that Tola is a captain of middling repute and some small ambition. I expect she feels that a partnership with Quarna will give her an edge. Britza will know more. Excellent.
I'll do it.
Meeting you has been a stroke of luck, Watcher. I'll await your report.
Maya got leveled up. Go ahead and grab her another point stealth. Go ahead and grab her more survival. Nothing that we need down there. Play dead, maybe? Or do we want vengeful revival? Well, hurt or better. The ranger and animal companion both gain accuracy bonus against any enemies that are bloodied or worse. That could be useful. Uncanny luck might also be a good one. 5% of hits converted to crits is pretty good. I'm also thinking we really should just go ahead and grab marked prey. Especially if we can get marked prey and then marked for the hunt, because then it just transfers every time somebody the target dies. Yeah, I'm going to start working on that. Plus it just gets us more accuracy. She's got her swords as backup weapons. She's got pistols and firearms put there. I don't really care about crossbow and... Oh, those are two separate categories. I didn't realize. We'll give her a backup on maces and stuff in case we need to give her a crushing weapon. But yeah, the caste system of the Hawana is one of their largest, like, negatives. No matter how they try to dress it up as... Like, you do get well-meaning Hawana who are trying to keep the system, like, running properly, because it is supposed to be a case where the leadership is supposed to do everything in their power to take care of the Raparu, but it's very obvious that at the smallest end, when the tribe is doing very poorly, and at the largest end, when the tribe has expanded to essentially a small kingdom, as is the case with Nagataka, the system just doesn't fucking work. At least not without... They don't have the infrastructure or the logistics base to make it work at scale. There was something I was going to check. Oh, right. How are we doing? We are now up to a 5 reputation with both the Principi and a 3 with the Valians. If we can... I'm going to laugh my ass off if there's actually like a secret hidden ending or something where if you keep everybody's relationships positive, you're actually able to broker like some kind of peace. That'd be fucking hilarious. I doubt it. I think they're going to make me choose here pretty shortly. I don't think we're going to be able to get much further without having to pick a side. But it is kind of hilarious that we've maintained such a good relationship with everybody. The issue with Maya, she's more or less stuck in her weapons. Yeah. Peddler's Canal. Is there something down here? Oh, she's still here.
Our business is resolved.
Oh, yeah. We already dealt with your stuff. Let's go over here. I wonder if I go to the Royal Deadfire Company if I can actually tell them about the officer. Did you check in on Luca? Luca? Who? Oh, the guy who died. Wait, that handled the contract. Wait, what? Food source for the gullet, brass citadel. Lafa, Yuka. Oh, I thought he was gone. I thought he was long gone. What? I thought we did that a while ago. What are you... Wait, what? Yeah, we did that, like, way back when we first got to Nekataka. I thought he was gone. Yeah, no, he's gone. We did that quest a long time ago, Tenwin. That's... Honestly, how do you even remember his name? I sure as shit didn't. Luca, the guy inside that handled the cutter. I thought we... Okay, fine, we'll go back inside. But I thought we already did this quest. I thought it's already long gone on our fucking quest log. We did this fucking month... We did this like a month ago. I didn't think the guy would have anything else to say. Should be over here.
You! I hope you are pleased with yourself. Because of you, I've been stripped of my position.
Well, sucks to be you. Sounds like a you problem, buddy.
I've been with the company for years. I had my own office. Now I'm ruined.
Quite frankly, if you're going to break a contract so blatantly, you deserve it.
You lying, deceitful. Your games will catch up with you. I believe that. Someday, you will have cause to regret what you've done.
Well, maybe people shouldn't try to swindle people out of all of their land. Especially when you claim to just be here for profit. And not being an imperialistic power. Oh, wait.
Leave me in peace, you devil.
Oh, shut up. Nothing over here. Could have added him to your crew. He's gonna bitch and whine like that. He can stay here. We've got enough people on the crew right now. Alright, now we can go. Just thought it was a fun detail. Okay, I mean, fair enough. I just was very confused because I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, let's go to the Brass Citadel. We'll hit the Officer's Lounge to buy the nuts first, and then we'll check in. Oh, they're going to be very unhappy with me, but oh well.
Brother and his kids live in a farming collective back home, barely making it by.
Careful around the Eric. Can I help you with something? Try the razors.
Let's see here. Candy nuts. You know what? I'm just going to buy them all because I'm worried that I'm eventually going to have a bad reputation with them and they're not going to let me buy stuff anymore, which would be very annoying. Skeletal Slaver's Grimoire. Do we already have? We have the Skeletal Wizard's Grimoire, so we can sell that one, but we'll keep the Slaver's Grimoire and hand that off to Aloth here in a second. I don't think there's anything else really that we can... Alright, there we go. God, there goes most of my money. Fuck me.
They ever considered...
Alright, let's go talk to Imperial High Command. Oh. Maya scratches the back of her
This
head.
is where we part ways. For the moment.
What's going on?
Atsura will want me to report in alone. Sorry, it's company business. I might not be back for a few days on account of this.
Maya chews the inside of her cheek and reaches into her pack. She produces a sealed missive.
I'm supposed to handle this one alone. I won't ask you to come along or get involved.
Do you wish for me to come with you? Where are we bound? Maya at first seems as if she's looking down at Ishiza. In fact, she's looking down at her own feet.
When I said I won't ask, what I mean is you weren't invited. This is a one-woman, one-bird kind of job. Your other bird friend can keep you company for a couple of days.
Jesus Christ. He nods to Pallegina. Without missing a beat, Pallegina makes a rude hand gesture in Maya's direction. Oh, okay. If they actually turn out to be, like, decent friends because they're constantly bitching at each other, I'm gonna find that adorable.
Go have fun. Chase a god, save an island. Do what you do best, Captain.
Safe travels, Maya.
You as well. Just don't have too much fun without us.
She nods to you, holding her gaze for an extra moment before she clicks her tongue to summon Ishiza. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, shit. Now we're down a person, so I sure hope there's no fucking additional quests or fights that we get into here.
Ranga Nui leads us, but he represents all of Rao Tai.
Then must he put his name on everything? Prize share is simpler.
Says the artisan who doesn't live at the bottom of the barrel as far as prize share goes. Yeah, sure. I'll believe your word on that. Tsura should be over here. Interesting. Did I check out this area? Yes, I did. Oh, it's just monsters of the Dreadfire Archipelago. They're not going to be very happy.
Come with a purpose.
Oh. Or not? Oh, yeah, right. It's the diplomat downstairs that wants to talk to me about this, isn't it? Yep. He's not going to be happy. I'm hoping that helping Maya out with her quest will keep me enough reputation to stay at least somewhat positive with the Deadfire Company, but we'll see. I don't think they're gonna be very happy.
It's impossible to cheat at Hazatoa.
He acts like he's gonna do one thing, then he does something else.
Clear skies.
I thought we already went over a lot of this. What exactly is the Brass Citadel?
It's a trading post of
What do you
Rawatai
trade?
is rich in saltpeter, copper, and a few other profitable minerals. We generally trade for food and timber. The Valians have become aggressive competitors in recent years, but our ships were plying the seas long before the Republic's declared independence. We learned the value of defending our goods and ships long ago. How do you mean that? As you wish.
I'm afraid that I restored the luminous Adra at Pococahara.
That explains the rumors
Yep,
the
there it is.
Valians are scaling up in Queen's Birth. I'd hoped you would stop them.
His expression doesn't change, but you feel his dissatisfaction like a shift in temperature. The development and trade will improve the lives of many, especially the Hawana who live in that region. Also, quite frankly, destroying it and rendering the island practically inhospitable to all seemed a poor development.
They'll press gang the locals and tear Pococahara apart.
As opposed to your people who would merely occupy them with a military garrison to ensure that they couldn't possibly rise up against you. I'm sure there's no difference there whatsoever. Seraphin snickers. Pallegina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding.
Once they're done, they'll leave behind a wrecked island and a tribe dependent on their resources.
As opposed to an imperialistic power who would have them be completely dependent on them for protection. Definitely no difference there, of course, Atsura. He's quiet for a moment, but when he speaks again, there's an abrupt shift in his demeanor.
Nevertheless, I'm more interested in reports the storms around the islands have cleared. What do you know of this?
Strong concentrations of essence can affect the physical world. It's how blights manifest, and the modified Adra was causing it.
Even if this isn't the outcome we'd wanted for Pococahara, your observation is infinitely more valuable. Take this, and remember it the next time we call on you.
He hands you a purse, but his expression is distant, as if he's still thinking about what you told him. Alright, so that compensated for the reputation we lost, and we got some money.
Long suspected something unnatural was behind the storms, but we had little evidence.
The smile playing at his lips is that of a man who has seen the next 3 moves in a game of Hazatoa. Alright, 2 possibilities. 1, he's already thinking about trying to circumvent the Hawana's Storm Speakers, because the Storm Speakers are the main strength against Rautai's fleet. 2, He's trying to figure out a way how to weaponize the Adra pillars in order to break the Valiants. Possibly both, now that I think about it. You know that Rautai is plagued with terrible storms, and you think there may be a connection.
Yes.
Oh, there's that too as well.
The storms that assail Rautai have a similarly unnatural origin, then perhaps they too can be stopped.
He looks back up at you, his eyes bright with purpose.
And if that's the case, then there's more work to be done. Work that you might be able to help with. After all, somebody has to keep the peace in these tumultuous times, no?
He smiles, showing you all of his pointed teeth.
In any case, Hazanui Karu has a matter that could use your help. Her office is on the main floor behind the large double doors. It's most conspicuous.
It's called strategy. And don't you work for Atsura?
Atsura's a manipulator. Yeah. He's sort of the opposite. He has a similar demeanor as far as believing in what he's saying that the professor did up in the Valiant Company, but he expresses it in a very different way. And in some ways, it comes off as very suspicious.
Atsura tells me you tamed the storms of Poko Kohara.
She scratches her chin with the stem of her pipe, watching you with a new
Makes
interest.
a person wonder what kind of secrets lie in Andra's mortar.
She takes a thoughtful puff off of her pipe. Why do you say that, Admiral? She grins, smoke curling between her teeth.
What kind of explorer are you?
Quite the prolific one, quite frankly.
Don't tell me you've never gazed at a horizon and wondered at what lies beyond. Or seen a no trespassing sign as a challenge.
Mischief tugs her smile across her broad jaw. In that moment, she looks somehow younger. I'll admit, I suppose I have.
That's the spirit.
She claps you on the back, wooden hand clopping against your shoulder.
Rautai's storms have made us who we are as a nation. Hardy, driven, inventive. But they've also held us back. Forced our people to seek resources and livelihoods far from our homes and families. Imagine how much more we could achieve if we could control those storms.
And you think something in Andra's mortar will help you with that?
Why not? The storms there cannot be natural. Not when they are so ferocious, so constant.
She motions to the window, a thin stream of smoke following her
And your
gesture.
exploits at Poko Kohara suggest that something else may be behind them.
Yeah, control, not get rid of. Yeah. Which is interesting, though, because you'd think by now they would have probably tried to talk to the Hawana Storm Speakers and maybe tried to get some of them to teach their people how to do that. But I guess right now, with the Hawana, the Storm Speakers are their only military advantage, so they do not want to give the Rautaians the in on how to use that magic.
But enough of that for now.
Atsura says you needed my help.
There's an understatement.
She knocks the bowl of her pipe against her wooden hand.
The trouble in Hasango forced us to send additional ships back to Rawatai to make up for shortfalls. And storms at home have delayed another portion of our fleet. This leaves us short-handed here.
If this is what you call short-handed, I'd love to see what you consider full capacity.
I'm sure you'll get the chance.
She smirks.
We're due to collect a special shipment for delivery to our port at Sayuka. We've contracted with a captain named Widla.
A flicker of distaste passes across her face.
Meet her, complete the trade, and take the cargo to Sayuka. Fleet Master Okaya is overseeing the development of some special projects there.
She takes a thoughtful draw on her pipe as she looks at you, seemingly deciding what to say.
She's one of the brightest minds in Rawatai, and it shows. You two will get along.
Her amusement manifests in the barest lift of her eyebrows.
Most of her work is, or should be, under wraps for now. But perhaps she can give you a taste of what we have to offer.
Widla and her crew, who are they?
Good sailors with a fast ship and no mind for questions.
She chomps a little harder on the bit of her pipe.
Will to be flying Principe colours. On occasions, she ain't flying force. One of the young bloods.
Along with half the population of this storm-tossed archipelago.
She shakes her head.
I understand you're cozy with the Principe. I've got no love for pirates, but that connection may serve you well here.
Why not simply send Widla's crew to Sayuka? Her laugh sounds like a grunt.
Let's just say, I'm not keen to invite them to a port where we're developing experimental technologies.
They're smugglers.
Along with half the I understand you're cozy with the Principe. I've got no love for pirates.
What is the
but
shipment?
It'll be easier for Okaya to explain.
She puffs a thick cloud of smoke between the two of you. She doesn't break your gaze, but the effect is almost the same. I can handle it. What's next?
Whitler's agreed to meet our courier out at sea, away from the heaviest traffic.
She gestures on her map to the open waters west of Nekataka.
This is her payment. We've already negotiated with her.
She hands you a purse.
Fleet Master Okaya will see to your compensation once you arrive with the cargo.
She watches you appraisingly.
This is the kind of job that's best completed quickly and quietly. I'm counting on your famous discretion. Clear skies.
Calm seas. Alright. Things are picking up on things, and I do like that they are acknowledging that I'm still maintaining good relations with everybody. That is a nice touch. We did manage to keep our one with them, so that's good. Very interesting. We still need to get Nekataka's thing higher in order to convince the prince to work with us. It's hilarious. You have the best relationship with Takehu of all characters. Yeah. We've gotten along. The main thing is he pisses off everybody else, but he doesn't really, he doesn't cause any issues for me. We're still having problems with Aloth and Pallegina, and I kind of don't like that the only reason we're having problems with Pallegina is that we don't openly shit anybody who talks about the gods. Yeah.
This Giacomo sorts.
Oh.
He saved your life and you've now returned the favor, right?
He did more than save my life. Tiverus, he made my life worth living. Saving him seems like too small a gesture.
Now, the scales ain't never balanced, lass. Nor balancing them, the point.
Oh, that was nice. They actually got along there a bit. Yes, I'll keep Seraphine in line. Shut up. I was planning on going to see Adris, but I just can't justify the time right now. We're already well over the 3-hour mark, and I gotta get ready for work, unfortunately. Honestly, Takei was pretty easy to please. Yeah, I have noticed that. As long as you don't shit on the Hawana all the time, he's pretty content with pretty much everything you say. I'm gonna go ahead and save. All right. Oh, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here, Lord Brown Bear, Tenwin, everybody else who's been in the who's been lurking. I know that we've had more than just the two of you. Thank you very much for being here. I gotta get going. I gotta get ready for work. I will see you all on Sunday for our long stream. I don't think... Oh, I will go ahead and give fair warning to the regulars here. I don't remember what day it is, or actually I don't think I've been told what day it is, but I know I've been helping my my father the last few years with some charity thing that he does in January, so I know that's going to be coming up here probably in the next few weeks. I will let you all know when I know when that is. When I know, I'll switch the Sunday stream over to a Saturday stream on that week, just so that way we get it done. Because I know my dad will probably want to do it early in the morning when I usually do my streams. So just a heads up that we will probably have a Saturday stream at some point in January when I have to move that around. I don't know the date yet, though. Just a heads up. I hope you have a good time at work. Thank you, Tenwood. Thank you. It should be pretty easy. It's nice that we came back from vacation. We only had 2 days before we go on the weekend. It would have been nice to have those 2 days off in general, just so we could have the whole time. But hey, it's better than nothing. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Thank you for the emote, Lord Bramba. Thank you, thank you. See you around. Yes, I'm not going to go looking for any raids today. I just want to get off. I want to relax for a little bit before I have to get going. So I hope you all have had a wonderful day, and I will see you all on Sunday. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a good one, guys.